the underground! Make madness your ritual! God in a shroud from this existence. Take a look at what this beautiful God given earth has made of. Featuring our day of reckoning, funneling ways through the nakedness, locked in the veins of a restless land, no meaning out in its retribution. Suffocation.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. It's Friday. Hey, do me a favor. Check out Lowbrow Saints Tattoo Collective, 3500 Minnehaha Avenue, Minneapolis, 612-353-4755. Lowbrowsaints@gmail.com. Tuesday and Saturday, 12 to 7 p.m. Show them some love. Get down there. Oh, Jesus. This chat room's already out of control. We haven't even really got started yet. That's what's so great.
Yeah, we were warned.
Shred Den, let's see, hours are Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m., Saturday, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., 9100 85th Avenue North, Suite 100, Brooklyn Park, Minnesota, 763-350-2191, www.shredden.net. Go get yourself some pointy guitars. What do you got down there anyway, Jordan? What kind of gear you running down there? You just get a bunch of new shit, didn't you?
Pointy guitars.
Yeah, but you got a bunch of kind of roundy pointed ones too, didn't you? This last week?
We got a brand new shipment of like 11 BC Rich guitars.
Yeah.
One is a U.S. Custom Shop Widow.
Yeah.
It's one of two made. Blackie Lawless has the other one.
Oh,
No shit. Huh.
Got some of the new Crackle finish guitars in.
How many crackles did you guys end up getting? I know you guys were talking
3 or
about
4. We got one in. I know there's more on the way. A couple Iron Birds. We got a Warlock in.
I know Ross was talking about that he got one of those
Yeah, I think he got one of the Iron Birds and potentially the Warlock.
fucking crackle in the house, huh?
Crackleback.
Would you guys went down there and checked those cats out?
Yeah.
The old den?
Yeah, was down there right before we came up here. Heard 2 of the Crackle ones were actually called for already too. So
Yeah.
Going quick.
Well, those have been, like, the pre-orders went up on like Sweetwater and stuff, and people were just flipping out, and there was some delays in getting them finished. So everyone's waiting for them to arrive, and like I guess everyone likes the Crackle.
Oh, it looks sweet. Yeah.
All right, so
We're
you
getting
guys
a
do you guys
purple
know
one and a green one too.
Oh, cool.
And then-
Yeah.
you guys know these guys? I mean, these guys are the echoes of the fallen dudes. Why don't you go around the table and tell me who you are and what you do?
I'm Nathaniel. I am a string jockey.
Nice.
I'm Josh. I am the other string jockey.
Jesus.
I'm Tyler, and I yell a lot.
Yeah, you're the yell jockey.
I'm the yell jockey. There we go.
You guys are very large for jockeys. I think they're like 3'4" or something like that.
I'm kind of
You're the closest to it, Josh. I'm sorry.
That's awesome, man. Well, welcome to the show, and thanks for even doing this. I don't even know why you would do something like this, but I appreciate.
Well, thanks for having us.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, it's always a good time.
Well, you fellows have been on before, but sir, you have not been on before.
This is my first time.
So I always ask the question is like I like to know where people. What they listen to, what they were listening to as kids, what their brothers and sisters were listening to, what their family were listening to, and then like what led you towards the heavier side of music.
Yeah, that's always a fun story. I think growing up, growing up with my mom, she listened to a lot of just like I guess 90s and 2000s pop music. And,
Sure.
I liked it at the time. I didn't get super into like heavier stuff until I actually started. I played a random video game called Flat Out that had a sick soundtrack to it, and one of the songs on it was by a band called Rise Against.
Okay.
And everyone that I went to middle school with and high school all knew it's all about Rise Against. I was obsessed with that band. That's kind of like my breakthrough band.
Sure.
Like everything. So
Okay.
from like the punk era to like. The Appeal to Reason, where their big song like Savior's on it, stuff like that. So I was obsessed with Rise Against, though, and then kind of led off to like Breaking Benjamin, 3 Days Grace, kind of that stuff. And then I started getting into metalcore.
Okay.
So I remember my very first metalcore song I ever heard was a song by Attack Attack.
Okay.
So I think it's called Shred White and Blue. It's super, super random song, but I remember hearing it.
Yeah.
And like I've heard like, in Breaking Benjamin and Rise Against, like there's like some quick like fry screams like, oh, whoa, wow, that was cool. But then like to the point where it's like the entire song, someone just going all out. It was like, I've never heard this before. This is fucking amazing, you know?
Right.
So I'm kind of going off that. And then I got more into like, there's another band that everyone knew I was obsessed with. It's called A Day to Remember.
Okay.
They were a very big, like, heavier, but also kind of pop punk kind of style to it. They blended it very well. They're still around. They've been around for like 22 years now. It's crazy.
Yeah, they've been around a grip.
So
Yeah.
yeah. And then I think once I started getting into college, I started playing more bass guitar. I didn't actually start learning vocals until I was, I would say, junior year of high school.
Okay.
And I was in choir at the time, and I was trying to learn how to scream, but I had no idea how to do it.
Right.
I would drive from school to my house, which is 20 minutes, and I would try to learn like how to scream, and I did so bad. I was so bad.
Well, it takes
Right.
a lot to really, hone it in and break all the things. I mean, if you smoked, if you drank, if you did anything, you got to knock all that crust off of it to be able to
Right.
to use those muscles at that
Right.
kind of velocity.
Exactly.
Really.
And I just didn't know how to do it properly. I just thought you
Breathing.
just
Fuck
breathe
yeah.
and then just let it all out
Yeah.
of your mouth and just whatever happens, happens. But so I was going through college, I was doing bass. I was still kind of trying to learn, but I played a lot of bass with a couple
Sure.
bands that never really took off.
Right.
It wasn't until
You still play bass?
not anymore,
Okay.
not a lot. I like playing bass, but I prefer vocals a lot more these days. So
He's coming for your job, Frodo.
Fuck, he could start 8 bands.
bro, it's probably like, you can take my job. I don't give a fuck.
He's like, fucking finally.
Yeah, I got it out for the band. So, but no, I played bass, and then it wasn't until I got out of college and I moved to Burnsville, I started learning more how to like properly warm up, how to properly hydrate, how to kind of emulate some like singers. I was still
How were you learning that, if you don't mind me asking?
so I would everyone. I feel like in the metal scene know who Melissa Cross is.
Yeah.
She's a famous
Yeah.
opera singer who teaches vocalists.
Mhm.
I got her warm up CD, and I would warm up the baritone and the bass every single day for like 4 months.
Yeah.
Trying to figure it out. And by like that 5th month, one of my biggest inspirations to vocals is Ryan Kirby from Fit for a King.
Okay.
When people hear my vocals and hear his, he's like, "Oh yeah, you sound a lot like him." I'm like, yeah, kind of emulate that.
Strange.
But I remember sitting in my car, I'm warmed up, and I'm like, "All right, I'm gonna give this a shot." I put on "Dead Memory" by Fit for a King,
Yeah.
and I hit that high note at the end,
Mhm.
and I finally hit it, and I was like, "I did it! Oh my fucking god, I did it!" I'm just so excited.
Rewind.
Yeah, right.
Rewind.
I gotta do it
rewind.
again.
By the
Do it
end of it, you're
again.
yeah.
Just sit
So,
in the driveway. I don't want to
yeah.
do anything.
That's huge, though, dude. That's like a huge breakthrough. I know. Once you are able to, achieve something, you're like, fuck, I want to get there. I want to get there, and that's badass.
Yeah, it took a lot of work, but it was so worth it. And
Yeah.
here I am now, just
Right.
I'm absolutely grateful to be where I am now when it comes to doing vocals. I never thought in my life I would ever do like what I do now.
Right.
So when I got to that point, I played in a few bands with like vocals, but it was a lot of like, I lived in the Burnsville house, what we called the Burnsville house, with a bunch of dudes
Sure.
that would just make music. We just sit in our basement and be like, all right, let's just write a song quick. All right, fuck it, let's do it,
Right.
And I just throw vocals on, and they'll never see the light of day.
Right.
I was really proud of them, but we'll never show them.
But you were cutting teeth there. You
Yeah,
were getting
exactly. I
the
was
feel of it all.
doing something.
Yeah.
It's a
I did
pretty
a-
sweet workshop,
Yeah.
Being able to live in a house like that.
Yeah.
Well, and that jam, mindset too. You know what I mean? You're able to, you can hone it. You feel okay.
Yeah.
So with heavy vocals too, you know what I mean? Unless there's so many different variables to that, because you could be a gurgler where you don't really need, you can just vibe through the whole song, or if you're trying to enunciate and be able to rhyme, or to be able to get the feel of the music, and especially like learning. But with bass, if you played bass before, you know how that feels,
Mhm.
but transitioning to vocals is just a bit different, I'm sure.
Absolutely. And I think what helped with bass a lot is like, even as a vocalist, I follow drums a lot when it
Yeah.
comes to songs. Like when these two write a song,
Yeah,
like I can definitely write lyrics for it.
sure.
But it's not until Sean, our drummer, like starts putting stuff in, I'm like, oh, that would be so cool to do that. And that's when it starts to click. So
Right.
that kind of transferring from that. And I'm definitely not a vocalist that does just gurgle the entire
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Like that's another thing from like Ryan Kirby. He would over pronunciate words just
Yeah.
to make them like you can understand
Yeah.
what people are saying. So
That's something both Josh and I noticed when we were listening to the track you had sent us before you had tried it out, and it's like you have such a rhythmic approach to it. I thought that was so fucking cool.
mhm.
Yeah,
I
that's
It's
just
like,
gotta-
we gotta try this guy. He's probably too
Yeah.
good for us though. So let's see how it goes.
It was
So
just-
so how did you guys end up? How did you guys end up hooking up? Because I know that Alex and we're gonna go back. So hold on. Let me jump back. So the first song that we listened to was
That's
Cease.
this guy.
Okay.
Yep,
That's
cease to
my
exist.
very first professionally like
recorded.
recorded song.
right
So
on.
like listening to it now, I'm like, it's good, but I could have done a lot more, but that's why I'm super proud of like our new song that's coming out. You know, that just came out. So I just was able to do so much more.
Right.
So
always a learning experience. If you're into the craft and you want to do it, that's the because you can achieve so much more than you can when you're on stage. You know what I mean? Like I really love how Jordan, they do in-ears with everything. You know what I mean? And they record everything they do. So it's like hearing that and thinking, God damn, that would be really, really cool when you get into a studio and you're like, oh, I don't really have to force myself to, because you have to be able to perform it live. You have to be able to achieve it live, So, but you have that buffer and all, what I mean? That volume knob, they can just turn you the fuck up. You don't even have, you're not killing yourself.
Exactly.
Where, on stage, if the stage volume isn't right, you're really beating yourself up.
I fucked up on like my second show because we played at Skyway.
Yeah.
And I forgot my earbuds, and all I could hear was just noise, and I definitely thought I was gonna go deaf. So I push really hard. It was tough.
Yeah.
So just in an environment where you're pushing really, really hard just sucks. So now I try to do some in-ears where they're called eargasm earbuds. They're really nice.
Yep.
And if I need to like figure out where I'm at in the tone, I can kind of plug it quick and be like, all right, this is what I sound like. This is good, but I can still hear myself a little bit, and I know that I'm not pushing myself.
Yeah.
That's important. Like that's why a lot of vocalists like burn out so quick on stage.
For sure.
They just push too hard.
Or they're trying to do too much. You know what I mean? Or they're
exactly.
trying to push their range way higher than it needs to be. Like obviously you can use your highs and drop them here and drop them there, and it's that when you find the perfect pitch on it. Because you're not going to go
exactly.
or breathe in too much, and you want to get the full breath out instead of sucking in every time because you're just pushing it even harder, It's like a woofer, you know what I'm saying? It's just, it'll fuck it all up, you know what I mean? Especially if you're not breathing right. So.
Exactly. So, but to answer your question of how I linked up with these boys, so it was a year after I've been with you guys for 4 years now. It's kind of crazy.
Crazy how fast it's gone.
But 4 years ago, I'm at my desk job. It was just a slow day at work. I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna hop on Facebook quick. I followed some meta music stuff. I wasn't doing anything at the time, and it was probably you that posted it in like a metal music scene. Yep. That's like, hey, we're looking for a vocalist, and I was like, just randomly one day, I looked on Facebook. That's the first thing I saw. I was like, I'm gonna give it a shot.
That's awesome.
But,
Glad you did.
And I messaged you, and we were like, hey, let's get you in an audition. Come to Cooler Sound. Let's see what you are, and let's see what your style is, and you can audition for us for a few songs.
Now, did you have anything recorded or anything that you could give them to listen to?
I gave them one thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
One.
So you guys kind of had an idea of what he was like.
Yep.
Yeah, and it
Well,
sounded awesome.
Now, how was that to you guys? I mean, were you excited? Like, oh man, this dude might have some serious potential.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Like I mentioned earlier, he's got this a rhythmic approach that was really cool. We hadn't heard that from a lot of the other people that were auditioning out.
Sure.
And you sounded great on that recording, So it's like, we gotta see what this guy's about. And like I said, I thought he was too good for us.
Right.
Meeting him, we just all clicked personality wise too.
Yes.
Really well.
That's the most important thing is like once I entered that room, the second day when the
felt
first day
really
I should say.
comfortable.
First day I ever when I joined the band and joined you guys for a band practice, I was like, these dudes are fucking sweet. And now I never had.
He hasn't run away yet.
Nope, not yet.
Look at Jordan. He's just sitting here like this guy's been in their band before, and he's like, "You don't know yet, bro. He's
4
wait."
years in. He probably has an idea.
Yeah.
Oh, I definitely do.
Well, you never
shit
know.
I've
Maybe you
seen.
guys, maybe you guys are a slow.
We're hiding all the dark shit, man. That's year 5.
Oh shit, it's year 5.
Is that when the mug shots start popping up on Facebook and shit? Oh,
That's when you find out my birthday.
Yeah, I forgot about telling you this one. It's fucking him dressed up as a banana.
I had to think if there's actually a shot of me out there wearing a banana. You made a picture of me as a banana.
Yes, I do remember that one.
Yes,
Yeah.
I did.
Dude, you look so sultry in that fucking thing, too.
I really do.
Yeah, dude. You were like, I would make
was owning that
a
shit.
banana split out of you, dude. In that
Oh,
picture.
yeah.
That shit was awesome.
All right,
bro.
let's talk after this
You're
pod.
like, it looks like a banana sleeping bag and shit. He's all like,
Yeah, wasn't that the Jeff Goldblum, like
Nick Cage.
Nick Cage? Okay.
I don't know if it was actually
better.
Nick Cage's body, but it was his face on it.
Got it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so
I'll never.
Bananial Ashwood was going around for a
I
while.
forgot about that.
Yeah,
Gotta see it,
of
man.
course, Frodes and Sherman are both going Bananial.
That's gonna be your new name
Oh
on
my
the chat.
goodness.
Here I am resurrecting it willingly. What the hell is my problem?
Justin
you brought this on you, man.
Justin just said I sound hungry. Well, just so happens I
Or
look hungry
thirsty.
too. What you know what I mean? Like, fucking thanks, dude.
Peel my banana.
Thirsty.
Oh God, my coworkers and I love Josh's sweatshirt.
Yeah.
Where the hell is that sweatshirt from? It
Yeah,
looks like
sweet.
who does that art?
I honestly don't know. I picked it up at Ragstock the other day because it was Friday and it was all super nice. And I was in a tank top and shorts. And it got super cold and I was fucking freezing.
It's
And I was
awesome,
like,
dude.
we popped into Ragstock and Courtney finds it and she's like, "You need to buy this." And I was like, "Yeah, I do need to buy this."
Kitty says it's Nathaniel's fault for being a snack. Fucking hilarious, dude. Oh, I love you guys, man.
Be
Thank
eaten
you.
alive.
Thank you so much for making the chat fucking awesome. You guys are great, man. Thank you so much.
I love them all except for Frodo. You can fuck off,
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my God, are you gonna post that photo somewhere?
please. I gotta see that.
I wonder if I can even find it.
If you got that, it'd be awesome.
Yeah, I'd have to go.
I even found
No.
a beer today that matches my.
He's representing our new song, basically.
Yeah, he comes all ghost themed, and it's like I didn't get that memo.
Why were you gonna wear a sheet or something? You forget, dude. Don't forget you're a white guy. That as
Yeah,
long as
yeah,
it's not pointy, you.
You got to avoid the hood.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
you got to be
yeah.
careful with the top piece of.
God, where did I go with that? That was just so stupid. It's like,
I was
hey,
thinking it too.
Don't go waving up that way, okay?
Yeah, all right. I won't throw my heart out anywhere.
I love you guys. I love all of you guys.
I'm not a Roman banana.
I just always think about that scene in Django with like when everyone's like got the sheets over their head and like, damn, I can't see shit out of this thing.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great scene.
It's such a good movie.
I love
Dude,
that
he's
movie.
like, fuck you. Don't ask nothing from me and mine. He just takes off running like, fuck you guys.
She
man.
spent all day, so
Yeah. I love that movie, man.
It's so good.
it's an amazing movie.
I haven't found the photo yet, but
Oh God,
I have shared a lot of banana stuff to your timeline. Over
Yes,
the
you
years.
have.
Holy fuck!
it's like 2 years of just harassment.
Marianne, are you in the chat?
I'm on,
I
like,
think there's gonna be more banana talk.
I see a banana back behind him over there.
Jordan
What's
loves
that?
sharing his banana with me.
Yeah. Oh Jesus. Here we go, man. So how was the transition been? I know these guys have been around a little while, so and them are some pretty big shoes to, and you're doing a great job. I'm not
Yeah.
giving you a hard time or anything, but those are some big shoes to fill with Alex and
Absolutely.
and
yeah.
you jam with Alex in another band,
Yeah.
so it's like
yeah. Cat came around town.
up.
you didn't lose him, you gained a
Yeah.
you know.
I gained a vocalist, and yeah, Alex is an incredible
Yeah,
vocalist.
no, that's my point. Is like filling in for like big shoes. Alex is a great vocalist. I'll give
Yes.
him that. And
Agreed.
I know it was a little strange because he's got a different vocal style
Yes.
like, when it
Yes.
comes to
Yep,
writing
yep, yep,
music. So.
yep.
So doing those songs live, I try to throw my own spin to it a little bit. Just still staying true to the lyrics, but also still like making it kind of my own. So,
Yeah.
Mhm.
but it was a pretty smooth transition. I think it just took a couple practices, and I'm like, oh, this feels right. This feels good.
Yeah.
This is kind of my style, and it's working out really well, and it sounds really good with the boys. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
you
yeah.
made it your own with kind of keeping true to the original, structure and all that.
yeah, I don't want to be that guy to be like, this guy wrote this, fuck that, I'm changing all the lyrics, fuck.
Well, especially now because we got Justin back in, and he was our original vocalist.
Right,
so-
exactly. So
Yeah.
Now, how is that for are there any kind of, does he give you ideas on anything? Does Justin chime in for vocal things? Because he's a fucking
He's
amazing
mentioned- yeah.
vocalist. Dude.
Mhm.
He's
Yeah.
always been a great vocalist.
Yeah, absolute powerhouse.
He can
yeah.
sing like a motherfucker
Yeah.
too. Have you guys talked about doing some extra vocal stuff? What is he doing now? Is he playing keyboards? And
Yeah,
stuff?
he's playing keys, doing the samples, all the kind of programming stuff.
Shouting.
Shouting loudly,
as he always does.
preaching randomly. Yeah, we had bounced around the idea of maybe doing some backup vocals with him, but he doesn't really feel comfortable doing that.
Sure.
It's his approach is pretty harsh on his body and shit. So and I don't want to put words in his mouth, but it's been a while since he's done that sort of thing. So
Just
Yeah.
to have him sample his.
Yeah.
Just sample it every time.
Yeah, dude. Why not? You know.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, good
We could do
workout.
the AI version of it. You know what I mean? Like just get every syllable that he uses and fucking type it in there. You know. Yeah, he's just
Fuck you.
Yeah. That's fantastic.
That's awesome.
He's got a bunch of samples of
I just
Frodo.
sent
He
you that
does.
photo.
You do.
Oh, is this the good one? Is this the good photo?
I can't remember if we have a Frodo sample in one of the songs that he.
I don't think
that
he's.
he just snuck it in there.
We got it.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah,
Even
if
the
we did, he
live
really
show,
snuck it
just
in
to have
there.
that. Oh my god.
Yeah, you taking notes, Justin?
Oh, what
Yeah.
now? Are you telling Justin what to do? You guys,
Yeah.
you have to speak amongst yourselves for a second.
was gonna-
I've got
Greg's
to
gotta
I've got to share this
Run,
real quick.
rub one out
Yeah,
to
The new
Daniel.
gotta change the podcast flyer to.
Oh man, we
Just
could have
that.
done that for.
Oh,
good.
I totally would have too, dude. I'm not even lying. That would be so great.
Hindsight.
Oh my goodness, this is too good.
I was gonna say that Justin has like given some like just some ideas for vocals for the new song too. When I was doing Ghost, and then we were also working on our other song. Am I allowed to like say the name of the new song?
Yeah.
Or am I keeping
Totally.
it
Yeah,
secret?
yeah, I think
Am I
that's
good with
fine.
it? From
Yeah.
the depths. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm very excited about
We played
that
it
one.
live.
Yeah, that's fair. So, but yeah, I mean, he's giving me ideas for that, and I've always been open to ideas, just because like what I hear and what I try to do, like I think it sounds good, but then if someone comes to me with a different perspective, I can be like, oh, I didn't think about that. That sounds great. I'm gonna try that. And
Right.
I've done a couple things like that for him, and it's good to have some of that feedback too.
Dude, that has to be one of the coolest aspects of it, man. You know what I mean? To have the original guy, you know what I mean, or any of them. You know what I mean? That's the coolest thing. I always loved it on the other foot. You know what I mean? Like as a vocalist, if I came up with an idea or ad lib to something, and they're like, "Oh, you mean like this?" and you're like, "Yeah."
Let's
You know, and that actually sounds pretty cool, dude. Beatbox some more shit. You know what I mean? Doing the whole. I won't even get
Jonathan
into
Davis over
that.
there.
Yeah, I was gonna go there, but I was like, nah, I better.
I can't scat either. It's okay.
Liar.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Foxy Grandpa.
Oh my god, dude! You gave him pepperonis on this thing too, dude. I forgot.
Those are the nipples, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they raspberries or what are they?
That's the quarter Italian that I am. It's all nipple.
I was say like I was scrolling because you can do the sea friendship thing on Facebook, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of bananas and a lot of Italian stuff. Like,
Yeah.
just every other
Oh
post.
my
Just
good-
daily harassment.
dude. I am gonna try to add this with a crashing this whole fucking deal down to the ground because this is too good for
Of
people
course,
not
it would
to
be
see
the picture of Nathaniel in the banana suit that would crash the whole stream. That would be honestly
Yup.
amazing.
it. Pretty much.
Laptop blows up. Too much sex.
Does that smoke smell like real bananas?
Well, no, that's the imitation banana smoke.
I smell smoked sausage. Actually,
All right, there we go. Oh, okay. That you guys.
Smoky banana, a sign of a stroke.
I'm
I
putting.
was just gonna say that.
I hope not.
Is
Does anyone else smell smoky banana?
Taste
This-
chlorine in the back of your mouth.
This is
Sir, you should see a doctor.
this is the picture we are talking about. Oh my god, this thing is just so great. It's just in the middle of the table now.
I wish I was that fit.
Oh, dude, you look great.
Yeah, thanks.
We're just gonna leave that.
It's amazing when I have a different body.
Hey, with AI, we can do everything these days.
Hell yeah! Finally get that six pack. Oh,
No, bro, you're allowed to have a dad bod now.
oh yeah, that's right. I can totally do that.
Yeah, you can rock the
You
dad bod now.
graduated to having the dad bod.
The
Yeah,
banana,
sure.
the banana dad bod.
Yeah.
Let's
We're just
go.
Banana
We're just
dad.
gonna put this right behind you on the wall.
Dad Nana.
Very good.
Dad, Nana.
Probably-
Dad Naniel.
Just
God.
print that out and actually hang it on the wall.
I probably should. That might make the wall, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's an awesome thing.
Hey, if that's what it takes to make the wall,
It is, dude.
I'll
That's gonna
accept it.
happen. That's gonna happen. Oh,
fantastic. Oh, dude, do you have the Cookie Monster one up around here?
that should be, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
why that one's not here.
That thing's
That
gotta
one,
be here.
he wasn't here one time, and I actually put the bottle of Ruppelmints and him on the end of the table, and we zoomed in on him. That was like the main thing. That was the night that Nate stopped drinking, or shortly after that night. You know,
Yeah.
I think his ass doesn't still smell on that mic, does it? No.
No, it smells like
in it.
yours though. What are you doing with these?
Does that smell like tacos or what? That's awesome, dude. No, he never touched it. I threatened him, so that was,
Yeah.
even in the blackout haze, he was like, "Okay, I'm not gonna. Don't mess with the fat man's microphone, dude."
Don't
Want his
break
arm
the
ripped off
device.
and
Yeah.
beaten to death with his own arm.
Yeah. I still think that's hilarious, dude. Watch out, he'll rip your arm off and beat you with your own arm and shit. Guy.
Right out of socket in one move. Just
Wop, wop, wop. Yeah.
Ever been
Flawless
beaten with your
victory.
own arm? Ever been fisted with your own? No.
All right, now we were talking about Alex on, and we're going to go back and play one of those tunes.
Yep.
The nameless ones.
The nameless
and
ones,
You
yep.
actually played on that stuff too, right?
Not on this
not on-
version of it.
yeah. There is a version, a single that we did when I was in the band.
Oh, okay.
Played on it, yeah.
Yeah, I think we maybe have 4 versions
We're gonna
counting
make a
the.
greatest hits eventually of just
Yeah,
the
just
nameless
that
ones.
one. It'll be a,
I'm
Just
ready to
all
re-record
just that one. Yeah, he's ready to re-record it.
I'm ready. Let's do another
Actually,
version.
I found the version with Justin on vocals.
Oh, did
Nice.
Yeah.
you? You might have to send me that.
Yeah,
So I have the version with Justin on vocals, the one that we redid with Alex.
Yeah.
And then you guys did the album.
Yep.
And then I actually have a version of it when we played the Triple Rock.
Oh, hell
Oh,
cool.
shit.
dude, yeah, we
Yeah,
got
there's 4 recordings right
there.
And that Dark Tranquility cover that we did.
Oh yeah.
I have that too.
You guys
man.
might,
You know,
I
You
was
might-
damn near
wanted
blacked
to
out
hear
for that
that.
show.
dude, just
like-
make
Pretty sure almost everyone.
just make a fucking a live greatest hits of that one
Just
song.
that one
Yeah, just-
song. Yep.
And then here's that same song again.
I keep joking we're gonna do one of those commercials from back in the day where it just like the holiday hits where it just scrolls.
Yeah.
It's like,
Just
it's gonna be
one
the
track.
nameless ones. And it's
And that's it.
Featuring. Featuring.
Yeah, dude.
Featuring half the
Get Pitbull on one of those. Damn it.
musicians in town.
Mr. Worldwide.
Just that.
Everyone's on this one. Let's just do.
Just
going
start
for it.
adding people's names on the fucking list, dude. I don't hear them on there. Yeah, if you listen real close, we had to turn them down just because of the record label. We didn't want to get sued, so we had to turn them way down.
You know, licensing. You know,
there's about 4 seconds of them, so yeah.
had to pay him.
Frodo says he's not on any recordings of Nameless, but he is on that live one that I have.
Okay, well, you're on one of them, unofficial live.
I'd like to hear it.
Now, what's
He
Frodo
wasn't
doing now?
necessarily there.
What's
He
he
was kinda
doing
out of it that
in this
night.
band?
Frodo? He's
Yeah,
he's bass.
he's playing bass.
Uh huh.
He gets drunk and plays bass. He is the no. He doesn't really drink much anymore, but he does play bass. Yep.
Did you say he doesn't drink much anymore?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember trying to get him to drink Ruppelmans with me at the Skyway, and he like cursed at me. I don't even, Chilton, you're the reason I don't even fucking drink no more. I said, what? He goes, yeah, you got me all wasted. I was hitting on people I don't even know and shit. And I was like, okay.
Is that
Then
the
at
night that
his
he
then at his wedding,
pissed on Shayla's car or something in the parking ramp or something.
Oh, is this
Learning some new stuff today.
It was
the Medis, right?
yeah, it was
Yeah.
the
Yeah, I
Metis.
heard
We
about
went
that.
to Denny's, I think, and he puked in the parking lot.
If you're gonna
It was a
puke
good
in a
time.
parking lot, it's got to be a Denny's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Just
it was
saying.
fitting.
or Flameburger. that's
Midway
good.
Denny's
Yeah.
too.
Yep.
Flameburger.
Oh,
Flameburger.
Classic
Burger.
puking spot.
I haven't been there in so long.
But he shows up. We're at together. We're in Jordan's wedding and shit, you know. And he comes in with Ruppelmans and he says, "Oh, this is," or he gets Ruppelman shots and he says, "No, he had the bottle," because he came up to me and he goes, "Yeah, Jordan told me you got to take one of these." And then I took one. I'm like, Jesus Christ! All right, fine, take one. Then he goes, "Ha ha ha ha! I told you had to take it. Jordan didn't say anything about that." And I was like, "You fucking dick." So then you know what I mean? Like, this guy's showing up. The guy gets me wasted on Ruppelmans and then takes off. I'm hanging out with his dad and his uncle. Get my ass kicked in pool after I talk so much shit to his dad and uncle. I'm like, "So you guys play on that table, or you just put hors d'oeuvres on it and shit?" And his dad looked at me. He's like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" You know? I go, "So, because you own a bar, do you actually play on that thing?" And he was like twisting his mustache and shit. He don't even have
He used
one.
to
Mustache
have one
girl?
Yeah.
at the house.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he
Hustler.
he's all right.
he firmly kicked my ass good. You know what I'm saying? Dude, your uncle was like talking shit. You know what I mean? And I'm all jacked up on Ruppelman.
Yeah.
So I'm obviously running my mouth. You know what I mean? So he's just like, "Where's all this? Were you backing up some of that shit you're talking?" You know what I mean? And I'm like, "What?"
Make it interesting.
Got sabotaged.
I
by the
turn around
Ruppelmans.
and look for Frodo, and Frodo is fucking. All you see the smoke trail out the fucking door, man. It's like, what
Hit
the
and
fuck,
run.
dude? Yeah,
That is
gets
hilarious.
me wasted. Oh shit! Somebody said Fireball.
Oh
Oh, I
God.
love Fireball.
Get
Was
that
Taco?
out of here.
I used to love it.
Ah.
Greg's
That's-
the reason why I can't drink Fireball anymore.
Yeah, it tracks.
He said he pissed next to Shayla's car, the Denny, and then. That's
I
awesome.
love the fact checks. Right
Yeah,
now.
I know.
Yeah.
Gotta
Now-
get it right.
What did you say about Fireball? I ruined you at least.
Yeah. Fuck.
It wasn't. It wasn't the Ruppelmints and tequila shots.
No.
And then
It was I was fine until the fireball.
Yeah, and
we're-
all that before the
we're all-
fireball.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay,
we're all
okay.
like
Yeah.
taking
Keeping
turns
track.
doing rounds.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it was Greg's turn, and decided to tell everyone that he hates us all by buying Fireball. And the second that shit hit my mouth, I was just like,
Oh, that's
just
brutal.
beeline to the bathroom. I'm like, nope, I'm
Night's
done.
over.
Oh, I actually painted the First Avenue floor once before. Not myself, but I pulled, I was giving tequila shots to people, and the dude was like, no. I'm like, you fucking pussy, you know what I mean? And he was like, walks over, and he wolfed it down, and you just see. And I'm like, dude,
fighting it.
I just paid, and I'm going, you throw that up, I'm kicking your ass.
It's game over.
Just fucking let her rip
man.
on First Avenue's floor. I was like,
Oh,
I gotta move over here. Right downstairs in the main bar, too. Just fucking.
gross. You guys ever done a fire and ice shot?
No.
So it's basically like rumble mints or any one of the kind of mentally
Yeah.
ones, and then you take a shot of that with the fireball with it.
See,
Why?
That sounds like a
Frodo and I
blackout.
made a shot where we combined those two, and we called it Jordan's vagina.
Wait
Yeah.
a second. What?
You got nicely hot
That's
pussy.
a real thing. We did it. It's a shot of Rumplements and Fireball mixed.
I was
that
not
KY
aware that you have
sensations right
it's
It's not. It's not the only one. But man, that shit was terrible.
really.
God, I bet.
Yeah, I mix
Just
them together. that's rough.
horrible.
I can't
Gotta
even
pick
imagine one after the other. Do you start with? Is there like an order?
Yeah, is there an order?
You go with the ice first, and then
Okay.
like that, and then I prefer it that way just because I like the
The cinny
fireball.
aftertaste?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it better that way. Some people do either or.
Yeah.
After it progresses, you just kind of line up because there's at a Vikings tailgating thing, so
Yeah.
it just kind of depends on which bottle you get handed.
So that's a thing. Everybody does that shit? That's like a ritual they do there or what?
Yeah, this one of the particular tents that is over there
Okay.
by the Vikings tailgating thing is the guys that hosted are funny with that. It's like one of their big things when you watch.
You and the lady go to a lot of them games or what?
We try to make it to at least one a year.
No shit.
Yeah, I like to go to more, but those prices are crazy.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
I haven't been to a game at that stadium yet at all. Is it
Oh,
pretty,
you
pretty
gotta
fucking
go.
rad or what?
Yeah, the
I've
stadium.
been in the stadium. I saw Metallica there. I think
Oh,
I think I've seen 2 different shows there, and my buddies had a work party there, and we got to hang out by the big horn and shit, and I'm wandering around like, hey, this is pretty fucking cool,
Yeah, the place is awesome.
Yeah.
But during the game, it gets loud.
I'll bet.
oh, I bet.
That skull chant is unreal in person. It's great.
Really?
Yeah.
They just, and I suppose they just pump everybody's volume back into the stadium too, so it makes it extra
Yeah.
loud.
Yeah, if
that's
you're sitting
crazy.
anywhere near the top, it is brutal sometimes.
Really?
How loud it gets.
No shit. I mean, Jordan, you guys have been hitting the fucking hockey games quite a bit recently too, right? In the last couple of years, you guys been hitting.
Nice.
Hockey.
Yeah, this year we'll have gone to I think 18 games.
It's awesome.
Nice.
We got season tickets this year, and then we've sprinkled in some extra games.
Nice.
Awesome.
How's little orphan Tanny there, Mr. Warbucks? Fuck, that's a lot of games, bro. You guys just do packages, or do you guys have season tickets, right, or something?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's an 11 game plan, and they actually split it up over 10 payments.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not too
really
bad. Then.
not that bad.
Yeah,
It's
that's
nice.
not bad.
It's like $200 some bucks a month or something for 10 months, and it's it's honestly not that bad.
Right.
Yeah, so you put in it that way. That's pretty sweet, actually.
Yeah, and we got the 11 game weekend plan, so it's like 11 weekend games throughout the season.
That's the way to
and then
do it
if
anyway.
we sprinkle more in, we get special pricing because of it.
Cool.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
But compared to all the other teams and stuff, it's not nearly as expensive. The Vikings ones are.
Yeah, those are
That's
real.
probably the
shit you
most
not,
expensive. Yeah.
10 times as much. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I looked at those for a split second, and it was like, yeah, no.
Oh, the bundle packs or whatever.
Yeah, because it's like once you buy those, when you're there, buying the food, beer, drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is beer up to?
It's like $10-11 for a Coors Light. So
It's actually cheaper than I expected.
A tall or
tall, yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Or you pay $1 more for a Furious. So it's might as well just
Yeah.
go for a slightly better beer.
Yeah. Get the ABV boost at least.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous what they can get away with charge. When we go to games, I'll get a bottle of Coke or whatever.
Yeah.
Fucking just under $8
That's
Holy
insane.
shit.
for a 20-ounce bottle of Coke.
Yeah. They know they got you by the
But,
balls.
I
there.
don't like fountain soda, and I want something I can close back up and stuff.
Sure,
So
yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
it
well,
makes sense.
I guess that's what I'm getting. I got a cider there one time, and it was terrible. It was supposed to be like pink pineapple. I'm like, oh, that
Okay.
sounds like it'd be really good.
Yeah.
It sounds good
It
in
was
theory.
just dry and just not good, and that was like $15.
Damn.
It's like a dry bubbly wine or what? It was
Yeah,
not
it just wasn't sweet.
It's a nice
didn't taste
rosé.
like pineapple at all. It was just like, all right, well, we're just sticking to soda and water then, I guess, because
Shayla says she pays $600 a year for her season tickets for the Twinkies.
Nice.
Yeah,
not bad.
she's
That's a lot of games too.
that's
you know out
And
of
she'll
all
go
the
to every one of 'em.
out of all the people that I know, like before I knew she was a super Twins fan, like I did not expect Shayla to be a fucking super Twins fan. Never ever
She is
in my life.
hardcore.
Dude, but
That's
people
awesome.
what's crazy about it is and I've been trying to get her on here to talk sports because
dude, yeah.
because she writes it out to people, right? They
Yeah.
interact with her on
Mhm.
Twitter and all that shit. Like people know about her.
She should probably
it,
work
Shayla.
I don't know.
for the Twins.
Well, she should probably, you know what I mean? She could probably
She's
do a
pretty
really
close.
cool
Podcasted or
she could probably do a really cool like stat series too, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
she knows all that shit.
Yeah.
It's just crazy to me, man.
Yeah, she's going online and correcting a lot of motherfuckers out there.
right.
I do like watching all of that. It's keep doing that. It's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Shayla
Absolutely.
down.
Shayla cats are Yankee fans.
I can attest to that. Yeah, her cats do root for the Yankees,
Why though?
hilarious.
Raiders.
and Frodo and I are gonna get stabbed.
Are they
100%.
like hey, over here, over there, hey, throw me the ball.
Hey! Oh!
They have matching Jeter jerseys.
Hey, you Twins fan, you got any more of that catnip?
Cheating with those torpedo bets.
You're getting your
She just says, they are not.
love it. Well,
You
let's,
need to be accepting of their choice, Shayla. They
Let's,
like the Yankees.
let's take a listen to another tune. We've actually got the Nameless Ones up next, and Alex is doing the vocals on
Correct.
this one
Yep.
too, right?
Yep.
What happened with that? If you don't mind me asking, did you just want to do something different?
Well, it's kind of at the beginning of the pandemic. We weren't really doing a lot at the time.
Yeah.
And, he decided to move on.
Yeah.
And, he wanted to basically be in a project that was a bit more active at the
Sure.
time. So,
Right.
fairly amicable parting, I would say. And,
And you guys hate each other, and that's why
oh,
you're
absolutely.
in a different band
Yeah,
together.
hate his guts. That's why I ended
I
up
hate you from that band. Fucking
shacking
join
up
this
with him.
one, will ya? Fuck's sake.
Hey, man, if life doesn't have pain in it, are you really living?
I just
No, I
left
love the
this,
guy.
Pain, Jerry.
I just left this banana right behind you. It's so awesome. Like, see this? It's gonna remain. I'm just gonna keep that banana in this shot for the rest of the podcast forever.
For the rest of the year, just
that's it.
Yeah, just
Anytime I'm on,
there.
just animate the face on
Dude,
it.
hey, is there any way that we could get it so he's doing the fucking banana dance, dude? That fucking there you
The
go,
peanut butter
there you
jelly
go,
time?
yeah,
Yeah.
dude, there
Yeah.
you go, there you go. That
Oh,
would be fun.
Christ.
If we could get him to dance across the bottom, dude. That would be the fucking best.
on top of like the little show thing.
I think he's going to make this happen.
I can't tell you
I
how
have-
many
I have
times
a
I've
goal
called
now.
him up and I've said, "Dude, you got the fucking Cannibal Carlton one." That was in a heartbeat. Dude said it and he corrected himself and he looked at me and he was like, "Oh man, I totally didn't mean that." And I went, "That's
late.
fucking great. That's great." I text Jordan. He's like, "I know what to do. I'm on it, dude." And next thing I know, it's fucking
Orders received.
dude, the best
Gotcha.
thing ever. Yeah. And my granddaughter, my daughter sent a picture of my granddaughter. She's holding my granddaughter with sunglasses on, and she's going, "I want you to Photoshop her like at a piano." So I said, we're at work, and I go, "Dude, you got," and I sent it to him, and next thing you know, she's all like,
Ray Charles.
yeah,
Love
dude,
it.
Good
That's
shit,
awesome.
man. Good
I
shit.
did that Prince Diamond one.
Yeah.
Prince with King Diamond's face paint.
Oh,
on it.
shit. I got to see that.
That was a Nate one, I think. He brought that up, and I'm just like,
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
you never know when inspiration will strike.
Yep.
Yes,
You
absolutely.
just gotta go with it.
Yeah,
Yep.
take it when it comes, man.
Strike one. The iron is hot.
We're gonna pound out some the nameless ones. Enjoyable. I'm picturing it. It's all fucked up. Here we go. You know what? I actually haven't done that in quite some time. I've actually kind of been on that, even without a counter here. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of one of the downfalls of adding bells and whistles to your podcast is you lose a counter here and there, and you don't know, hey, how much time we got? How many times I ask you on that first song? Like 4 times or so shit?
Yeah, is this over yet?
It doesn't help when the song keeps going.
No,
So
it's a long song.
So Justin Sherman just said in the chat, he said Omega members aren't allowed to speak.
Yeah, I was supposed
Think we
to
put time
announce
out.
that we kept all the Omega guys at home because we don't let them speak to the public.
That's a good blanket rule for Justin in general.
Yeah.
You said it, and you're not wrong.
But it's entertaining.
Oh, he's hilarious.
Dude, when he gets on a tangent, man, I must have seen him do the tangent thing at Lee's about 800 times. It
Oh,
was just
God, yeah.
hilarious. I
Yeah.
think I seen it at the Amsterdam one night
Mhm.
too.
Did he go full preacher mode on
Yes.
that?
You guys
Yeah.
remember Iowa?
Yep.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he's got a recording of him rambling for like 2 hours.
Dude,
for
he was trying to explain how he wrote this song, what the song was about, and
Yeah.
I think I stopped recording at like an hour and a half.
We
into
were
it.
all very fucked up, and he's kind of explaining the lore behind the lyrics and all that. And at some point, I couldn't keep track, and I was starting to see double. But
Double
That
Shermans.
ended up being
Double
quite,
Shermans,
quite
yeah.
a wild weekend.
yeah, that was fun though.
So coincidentally, we're going to a show down there in June at the same venue, and I'm pretty
Nice.
sure we're staying at the same hotel.
oh, are you?
Yeah, it just was
Oh,
it just
dear.
like lined up, and I'm like,
Oh, wild.
God, that pool looks familiar.
Now is that the Iowa? Is that the Iowa show for that
Acid
we talked-
Bath?
Yeah. Awesome.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. You guys doing any of those shows at all? Have you? You guys have any shows coming up?
We have nothing booked right now.
Looking
We're
to book.
yeah, we're looking to book.
Please book us. I'm desperate.
Yeah, a lot of us are chomping at the bit to get back on stage.
I miss it.
But yeah, in the meantime, we've been writing, trying to get some video work done, all that good stuff.
What kind of video work? You guys you working on the new tune that you were talking about? You guys?
Well, yeah, we're working on some video material for the third song that we'll play tonight, and some playthrough stuff, and then whatever else we can figure out. Justin's kind of taking the lead on that. He's kind of learning how to film and edit and all that. So
sure.
trying it in house.
Awesome. Yeah.
So if we can nail that down.
Do you guys have any like ideas for location or doing anything like that? Do you have any of that mapped out yet?
Right now we're just trying to see what we can do in the space that we have, like our practice space.
okay.
So
Yeah,
kinda
yeah.
like Black Void type stuff right now. But yeah, if we can, we have a handful of location types that we'd like to get
Yeah.
into. Like
Yeah.
obviously, like abandoned places are great if you can get into them, and not have to run from the cops with a fucking drone set or some shit like that.
Yeah,
That's the
right,
tricky
right.
part.
Right.
We tried to get into this opera house. Do you either of you remember the town it was in?
I was in some small town,
Yeah, it was
like in
yeah, it
like
was
south
middle of
east
nowhere.
Minnesota, somewhere. It was in the
Tiny
middle of
little town.
nowhere. It was a
Yeah.
cute little town. There was a
It was-
brewery there
yeah,
that
the
we
brewery
went
was
to.
great.
Did
Yeah.
you say a cute little town?
It was a
It
cute,
It was a
little
cute
town.
little town. Yeah,
was
it's
quaint.
adorable.
It reminded
Quaint.
me
Yeah,
of
it's
my
quaint.
hometown of Blue Earth, Minnesota.
Yeah.
You know?
So,
Yeah, there you go.
I can't remember what the opera house was. Like, I'll have to look through our messages. But
yeah, I can't remember.
that was a fucking.
That was a
just-
trip.
Well, just architecture wise, when you walked into it, it was
Yeah.
just that old timey
Yep.
fucking.
It
Like
had an old
turn of the
theater, like as
Yeah.
a theater look, because I wanted to do a video with it, kind of like an old, kind of like ghostish, like theater feel,
Yeah.
where like
Yeah,
the,
kinda
The
haunted
sketchy
shit.
kind of fucking shit.
Yeah.
yeah, like it's us on the stage with like stuff, like, people out in the audience and whatnot.
Don't give it away.
Just,
Yeah.
well,
Don't
Wow.
give it away.
We can't get into
I
that
know,
place,
'cause
so.
it's, yeah.
But yeah, maybe that.
Well, what
idea will-
happened with that? Why weren't you able to get into it? What?
Well, we met Minnesota's own Tiger King down there, and he is the one that owns this joint.
Wait, back up.
Dude,
Hold
it's
on.
a
Did he have fucking?
He had a zoo.
he's got his own.
Not there, but somewhere around there, he had a zoo, and he
Is
was.
it an actual zoo or just has a big
Who knows?
It's a
backyard?
reptiles.
It's probably a big backyard and a pile of meth. I have no idea. This guy was.
He had a haunted house underneath his
Yeah.
first level, like main gym. Like he owned a gym with a haunted house, and then this place above it.
Yeah,
crazy.
That doesn't raise any red flags.
Right.
dude. Yeah, we met him, and it's like, okay, this guy's a little sketch.
Torture dungeon.
Yeah, right. Are we leaving here alive?
Did he?
It's a
Did
haunted
he?
house. It's cool.
Did he offer you
So
guys
many
to like
clowns.
pet the fucking tigers for weird money or anything? Did he?
No, he didn't offer anything like that, but he was, kind of trying.
Braggadocious about.
Yeah, he was bragging about that, who he knew and all this sort of stuff. And
He was dropping names and shit.
yeah, like I think he was into the pro
Me and-
wrestling game or something like
Me
that.
and Joe Exotic go way back.
Yeah, right.
We used to trade tigers.
Yeah, I
the
can
back
call him
of
up
a
right now.
truck.
Oh wait, no, he's
Yeah.
in jail.
It came down to like the price quote was
Yeah, I was
started out like it makes sense, and then jumped once he decided I think he thought we were a much bigger band than we
All
were.
right, so what kind of quotes? Where were we in the ballpark? Were we
Oh,
in the
yeah,
couple
yeah.
hundred ballpark?
No,
or
no,
we
no.
like
We talking way two.
no? What did it start out?
I think he was saying like, okay, so he was talking about another group. I don't know if it was a band, but they ended up filming there for a week. He was saying that he had charged them like $2,000 for that week,
The whole week.
and that's an entire week.
And you're like, dude, we only want it for
Yeah.
like 4 hours.
We need it
Literally,
for like
yeah.
4 hours on a Sunday,
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah.
And he was saying the closer it gets to Halloween season, because we're getting closer to October.
Right.
He does that haunted house thing.
Okay.
So he's like, the closer we get to that, it's going to be more expensive.
I got to kill a couple more locals, and I got
Right.
so
I gotta
you
feed
guys
the
can't-
tigers.
You guys can't be in my way, okay? I need the entrails and shit. It's for the haunted house. I swear to God. By
Plastic wrap
October
and
15th.
bleach is expensive.
You're right. So it finally landed on like one of the weeks that he was trying to like open up his haunted house or whatever, and we're like, yeah, 5 hours like this Sunday. This is we have a lot of people in this band and all that. Well, we didn't have Justin. Either way, a lot of moving parts, and that's the day we could do.
Yeah.
And he came out with $2,000 for that afternoon. And he thought that maybe we would bite. I don't know if it was like a soft no, him
Yeah,
like just
yeah,
jacking it
yeah,
up, and
yeah,
if
yeah.
we're stupid enough,
Yeah.
we'll fucking pay it.
Yeah.
Go away money.
Yeah, exactly. That's
trying
kind of
to
the
look
impression I
for it
got.
here. So give me a second.
So
Yeah, he was the one that was
So
talking.
it was
to him.
probably like a hassle for him anyway, and he
Yeah.
wanted to push you guys off of it.
That's my feeling.
But
Yeah.
there's got to be another fucking theater that you guys can. If anybody knows out there, if you're watching
Yeah,
this after the fact,
yeah.
hit these guys up on Facebook, and,
Would
and
love
and
to hear it.
It would be cool to see guys like make that thing come true, because that's a great idea.
Yeah,
and there's
it's a
got to
lovely
be
spot.
somebody out there that's got to have access to that. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
fucking somebody's got to do roadie some shit or do something.
Right.
you
Yeah.
know?
Someone's got to know something. And what I was doing at the time was essentially going through like there's this abandoned Minnesota Facebook page.
Yeah.
And so I was going through that, and any location that would look interesting, I collect a bunch of those. And
So you
and-
have a list of them, huh?
yeah, I would have a list, because some of them you're not going to be able to get contact information
Right,
for, and this was one that this is actually owned by this dude. I was able to
Yeah.
figure that out. Yeah, it's just like a lot of these places are shot by people like traveling down the road. It's like, oh, that's kind of cool. Click,
It was in Sleepy Eye, Minnesota.
Sleepy Eye, Minnesota. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go visit that guy's haunted house and become tiger food.
I mean,
Yeah.
to be fair, the haunted house.
I
was
can't remember his name.
for what it was.
tell the owner he was a dick for charging him that much money.
But yeah,
Like, hey man, you guys should really be cooler, man. Like the owner of this place, he's a dick. That's me. Hey, you
Oh, he
send
was-
my friends over, man.
he was saying, I don't know if this is true or not, but he was saying, what was it, Capone or Gotti or one of the
Oh,
old
yes,
gangsters?
One of the mobsters used to hide out there.
Yeah.
Dillinger or something, or what?
It's one of the spaghetti bender ones.
I believe Babe Ruth was also there at one point, is what he said.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. So
Yeah,
who knows?
Some
They
famous
apparently had
people were
like
there.
A chair that was that they had sat in or something.
Well, now, so was this a pretty elaborate
op
joint?
stuff.
Was the place pretty nice? Was it? Did it?
It
have
was
shanty-
decrepit.
crazy. Oh, so it was dilapidated. a
Yeah, it
little
was
bit.
abandoned for
It
sure.
had-
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It had the
So
look
it
we
kept that
wanted.
vibe. Yeah, and it looked amazing.
Oh,
It
okay.
would have filmed great with some pretty decent natural lighting in there too.
So you actually got to go in and
yeah, we
check
got a
it all
tour of
out
it.
and
Yep.
everything. No
Yep.
shit. Huh.
So that part was cool. We were actually able to get in there, and I would have to go hunt it down, but I filmed some, just reference shots and stuff
Right.
like that, so we could plan it out.
You should just
Um,
you know what you should do is you should contact them and say, yeah, we'd like to come down and take a look at it again, right?
And just
just
film it
just
quick.
everybody pull their shit out and take black and white like walkthroughs, 30-second
Oh, you know
clips.
what? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you
Yeah.
could take that and use it,
Yeah, splice
and
it
then
in,
shoot
B-roll
the metal shit in a different location that's very close, right? Because you could totally use that and just fuck them, dude. Like, don't like, hey man,
I'm not opposed to that.
yeah, dude, why
some-
not? You know what I mean?
some guerrilla
Do multiple. You got to get them on the hook and say, listen, we're really thinking about this, but we got to come in there and we want to kind of get, like, hunt the shots down. You know what I'm saying? So he allows you to go in there with the fucking cameras and get a few shots, take your, do a couple things, make sure you're in garb too. So like you're like slinking around the
Do a
corners,
few poses and
like
shit.
show up like you're, like, hey, this is how we normally. This is
a lifestyle.
We're metal, dude. What are you talking about? That
You're
type
about
of
to
shit.
turn them into the next attraction at the haunted house. He was gonna get pissed and like fucking kidnap them in the middle of the night.
I'm trying to give
gotta get
other
one
guitar
faster, though.
players like a chance in the scene. What are you talking about? These guys have like 8 bands each, man. What do you need?
Yeah, that's
Look,
true.
we have the haunted skeleton band.
That
we got a residency
Daniel?
there.
Just
Dude,
a
is that-
skeleton and
is that-
pepperonis.
Is that the white sweater that Josh was wearing on the podcast?
It's just a ghost.
It's a little yellow now, but it's just fucking. That's horrible, dude.
Yeah, he's probably listening to this shit too, and
Yeah.
he'll get like a
He's been
Like
stalking
those-
you the whole time.
yeah, right.
Those
Oh, God,
assholes.
dicks.
We're gonna see how they. We'll see. I bet you we could charge them $3,000. Let's watch this stupid podcast. I bet you they're huge. There's probably millions of people watching.
They
this
got
shit.
podcast
Yeah.
money. Yeah.
They actually paid me. I charged them $3,000 to come on the podcast. So joke's on you, jerk.
Hey, we like Greg though.
Yeah.
This is true.
We'll give him a tip too.
So what are you guys what kind of microphone are you what do you like to sing through? What is your
I like Sennheisers. I don't know the specifics of the Sennheiser. I know it's a $200 like Sennheiser that helps compress my voice a little
Okay.
more than just like a SM58 like $100 like simple one, which I know those are, they're durable, they're simple, but I'm trying to hopefully get a wireless at some point. I want to go wireless. I know Justin's been nagging me about it,
Yeah.
which I'll get to it.
You got your in-ears
sorry, Justin.
into that thing
Yep.
too.
Do it.
I know I gotta do it. So, but I don't try to go too fancy about it because I don't know, just
Now let me ask you this: you bring your own mic to every gig, right?
Yes, every
thank you.
single
Thank
gig,
you,
yep.
man. Jesus Christ, I've forgotten things, and Jordan has pulled one out of his pocket. Oh, I got an extra one in my bag. Just don't worry about
That's
it.
why you're the first person I asked about that speaker cable. I figured it was a 50-50 shot.
Did he have one?
He didn't. I had to
did
borrow
not.
one from him.
Did he make
At
one
the
for
show?
you?
He's like, you don't have one. I'm like, Nathaniel, I play drums in this band.
It's like, I know, but you usually have extra
Yeah,
crap.
but dude, he totally does, man.
He's got a duffel bag filled with gaff tape, and he doesn't have a speaker cable.
Dude, I'm super hungry. He pulls a fucking
May
Twinkie
or
out of
may
his
not
back
have had
pocket. And
3
shit.
rolls
Right.
in my bag at that show.
You say gaff tape?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
3 different rolls.
Oh, the gaff tape. Is
Oh, this one is for fucking. This one's for Joey. This one is for fucking anything with the drum shit. Oh, and this one's mine right here.
This one's for personal.
Sometimes you got to
use.
just tape someone's mouth shut. You're like,
Yeah.
nope.
Might need to borrow some.
We're not getting canceled
Yeah,
tonight.
yeah, not getting canceled tonight.
So what type of PA you got? You're running through?
PA.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we're not exactly doing a PA right now.
No, I mean, when we practice, we all play through in-ears.
Oh,
so,
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a setup going. It's Justin's been building that. Justin and Sean have been building that up.
Really?
Yeah, all rack mounted. It's a pretty sick setup.
Yeah, working on getting that.
How
So we
did-
can bring it with us places.
Mhm.
Just
How
having
did you
it on.
guys go about like splitting up the cost of that thing? Did you guys just all kind of go in on it and put the band money in it? or-
Justin fronted the bulk of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I believe Sean bought some of the rack equipment for it, and then we basically had to buy our individual
Packs?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
packs, and yeah, still waiting on him.
I'm still waiting on me.
So then we can use it live.
Well, are you guys now? Is he building a setup that you guys are going to take with you every gig and shit? Like
That's the
these
hope.
guys have? They
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the goal.
they plug right into the.
If you need
fucking-
any pointers, let me know.
Awesome.
I can,
Thank you.
when we're done here, I can actually, we jam in the next room.
Nice.
Yeah, I'd love to take a look.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd
Yeah.
love to
You
see
know
that
what,
too,
this whole
'cause I
fucking
wanna do it for
time,
so long.
I didn't have this up. We are live at the Shred Den Studios, and I just want to say thank you to Rob for providing us a kick-ass studio to do this podcast in. And so I always want to say thank you to Rob and all of that stuff. I'm going to put up social media stuff. If you guys aren't liking and subscribing to the podcast or any of the socials, please do. Keep track of who's on here week to week, and you can go and give us a hard time on any of those socials or anything like that. How can they get a hold of you guys and on any of your guys' stuff?
Facebook MN, I believe, with
And
Echoes of the
Instagram,
Fallen MN. Yeah, we're on Instagram, yeah, YouTube. Just look up Echoes of the Fallen band with YouTube, because otherwise you'll get a bunch of videos for that Final Fantasy 16.
Oh, yeah. Please
There's
don't sue
also
us.
there's a what's that band that had an album with the same name?
Interior.
Oh, yeah.
Interior,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which pretty good fucking band
it
too.
was, yeah.
Yeah, they sounded really good.
Yeah, but that was the first thing that popped
Yeah,
up.
you Google the name and it's just like a bunch of photos of that album.
I'm trying to work on getting that to go away because it's they've been there for so long. I'm like, I just got to overtake them.
And they haven't made anything really since that, right?
Yeah,
I,
no,
I
they
don't even know if they're still a band.
Yeah, I
I
didn't
don't
think they were.
are. But
But yeah, Facebook and Instagram are the ones we update the most often. I don't think we're really doing much else on like Twitter or anything like that. YouTube or
trying to build the YouTube.
yeah, we're building that up. Obviously, we're working on some videos here, so that would be released there.
If you want to start up an X account, I could probably run that at some point.
okay.
Twitter, sorry.
An X
X.
account, is that what you said?
X, yeah. I could probably do that.
I'm still not used to the X.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's weird saying it. I wish it was still Twitter, but
I still haven't
I'll
changed
dead name
my
the shit out of
icon for that thing on my flyer that I've used for fucking ever. And they changed it right as I made that flyer. And I'm like,
Of course they did, yeah.
I refuse.
and I even got the icon for it and everything. I already have it redone and it's in my thing, but I just haven't changed it. I'm like, fuck it. You know, everybody knows it as Twitter anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Most articles will have X/Twitter. You know,
You know what? I love the
Twitter.
platform, but I have been a porn freak for so long that's all I see. I literally will hit X and hope that my wife doesn't come around the corner to see like
What's
what
X
the fuck
videos?
are you doing here? What is that lady jumping on that giant donkey schlong? You know what I mean? Like what the
she's a champion, is what it is.
Yeah.
Putting in work.
Yeah. What, you don't like extreme sports? What the fuck's wrong? This is that's why the thing is called X. This is the X Games. What's wrong with you? It's the triple X game.
Look at that thing. It's like a blown out speaker.
Dude, oh my God. There's some shit on there that you're like, how can they do this on this app? Like, what is going on here? And then I'm here like, going live in an hour. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell, dude? Holy shit.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Yeah, I just saw this this lady's fucking innards, you know? I saw the top of her fucking small intestine, you know?
Dude, yeah, that fucking like rose-like flower thing.
Oh, lab.
Yeah, I ended up running into one of those videos and Jesus Christ.
Dude, were you just talking about a prolapse?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah. I don't know how detailed I should get out of here, but
Oh, I love this.
Well, we haven't been
podcast.
censored by YouTube yet.
We're on our
we
way,
can
though.
try.
We are on our way with this.
God, we thought
Holy
Justin would get us canceled.
Right.
and here you are trying to do
I'll go
it.
grab the gaff tape. It's fine.
It's Twitter. I'll dead name Twitter forever, Shayla said.
Hell yeah, Shayla.
Agreed.
Brother Nate is sliding in your DMs. What is going on here, dude?
The banana
I am-
split.
They're having a completely different like conversation on the chat.
I love it, dude.
It's evolved into something.
I'm not surprised by
It's a
that.
complete own thing. They're not even listening anymore.
Right.
Here comes Frodo with the fucking prolapse. That's awesome. That's awesome. I love it.
That's how you can time the delay here.
Dude, I don't know.
Prolapse?
He just says, oh my God. Yeah, I'm just one of those big, what did you say, like flower?
Yeah, like
Rose
a
or
rose,
something.
a rose flower. Yeah, yeah. No, the thing looked like that, but not.
Now I got seal stuck in my head. Thanks.
Oh man. And another fine young lady.
Now you mess me up. Anytime I see one of them, I'm gonna think it's seal, dude. That's gonna be like kiss Rama.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
Or like one of those
never gonna
weird
be the
water
same.
snake things you buy out of a vending machine, you know? Just, yeah.
Jack Gilbert. Jack
Can you
Gilbert.
repeat that sound effect one more time?
That was a little closer to mine, but you get the impression.
Jack Gilbert used to call that the water weenus. He'd go. He'd go. When he couldn't say it, he'd just go. You know the. And I go. What?
The thing you try
he
to push
goes,
your dick into when you.
You know the water weenus. I just fucking died, dude. Like what?
I have never heard it called that. That's
The wa-
amazing.
Water weenus.
Water weenus.
Yeah.
Learned something new today.
Oh my
It's in
God.
the tech specs for the manufacturing of those things.
Dude, this Stephanie Groth just says, "Kiss from a prolapse." Oh,
That is so metal. That's the next song. That's our next song name.
I am so happy I'm not the one to break Greg. Oh, thank you, Justin. Oh my God. Whew.
Oh Lord.
Frodo, you're the one that's talking about prolapses on the chat, or from here on out, it's going to be called a frolapse.
Can we change his name in Discord?
Prolapse Baggins.
Does he have to
On
change it?
that, hey, Jordan, on that computer in the corner, you can actually access a fucking Photoshop. I want to see a prolapse right now, dude. just a pink version of Aaron's face
Oh no!
on the end of the water weenus, dude.
Coming out.
I don't want to spend that much time looking at a prolapse.
That's terrible.
He's got to get the reference art from somewhere.
Hey, just do me a favor and give it little furry feet on the bottom of it, dude.
A Hobbit prolapse.
I am not even joking when I
Prolapse
say
Baggins.
I am.
Prolapse.
Hangs like wizard sleeve, like Gandalf sleeve.
Oh god.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, so earlier in the chat, I don't know if anybody caught this, but Frodo said,
up, Aaron.
He said that it was homophobic. That we said something, and I was like, no, it's Frodophobic, and now he's using it now. That's Frodophobic.
Oh no.
Hashtag
Oh
Frodophobic.
Jesus Christ, dude.
It'd be trending.
Never forget when I showed Frodes the blue waffle.
Oh,
Oh, we're getting into the deep lore.
please not. I fell for that in high school. I don't want to go through that again.
No, that lemon.
I'm not
party
gonna
tub
lie,
girl.
I did too, because it was like I knew you know everything for being just a dirty pervert anyway. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? And it's
Especially
like,
Wild West
the
internet.
dude
back in
just
the day.
straight up says, "Don't look it up," and I'm like, "Fuck you, man!
right.
Don't
You're
push
gonna make
that-
me wanna look
Hey,
it
don't push on that red button right there. Whatever you do, don't put like this red
Tell me
button,
what to do.
or you know what I mean?
I'm
You're
going
going,
to fucking push it.
okay, I'm not gonna touch it. I'm not gonna touch it. Oh, okay, I bumped it. All right, you're waiting for the fucking buzzers to go off and shit. Oh my god.
Oh man.
See, that's what I do with prolapses. I'm like,
Got push.
don't touch it.
You got to push the red button with the prolapse.
Trying to push it back in and shit. Oh my god.
Sometimes you got
Where did we go
three
with this thing?
We went off the rails.
back right it back up the ass. Apparently.
my
Yeah.
When you're putting it in, do you actually like putting it back in? Do you have to make the backup beep?
I'm wondering if you got to roll it like a sock before you put it on. You know, just kind of like. Like, how many hands do you need to put one of these back in?
Why are you describing this so what's happening?
I have questions. Greg might have answers.
I don't want
He-
answers.
He's an
honestly.
experienced
I
pervert.
don't want answers.
So this is where gaff tape comes in handy.
That's what that third roll is for. Yeah.
Tape this side up.
No, you got
that
basically what you
this
got to
side.
do is you got to make sure that that the wire harness is around it, and then you just pop it back in. It's like
Quick, smooth motion.
yes, zip, 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 zip. That's it.
Oh
Back in
man,
there, dude.
Tyler ain't gonna make it to 5 years at this rate. No.
Questioning being in the man right now. I'm actually questioning walking out right now.
Remember, kids, be careful, or else you will get a prolapse. Do not sit on the toilet too long. You may get a. Now that sounds like the short list for. Don't take this medication. It may cause prolapse.
Just a 10-minute
Yeah.
long thing as somebody's
Yes,
walking through
yeah,
like a
yep.
park.
Shaking, sneezing, sweating, prolapse.
While everyone's like dancing around happy.
Yeah.
Like doing something happy.
Dude, I swear to God, there's one that pops up on Hulu all the time, right? And there's just this guy, and he's like the squarest dude ever, and it's like the thing for HPV, and they're talking
Oh,
about.
I've seen that.
Do you want to be
Yes.
part of our HPV fucking conquest? It's not for me. You know what I mean? And the guy's like, "You have a wiener, right? Yeah. Well, then you could probably give it to somebody. You know what I mean?" And then they go like, "You can usually heal yourself, and it goes away, but some people it doesn't, and then their fucking genitals fall off. But you can take this thing." And it is like the guy sits there and he's got his glasses on and he's just straight face. May cause diarrhea, fucking stomach congestion.
Happy music in the background too.
just
Yeah.
totally. And then it's like then they go to the next guy. He's sitting there and. Like, take it.
It's like the Mentos commercial.
Yeah.
Oh man.
They should do a morning after pill thing, like a Mentos commercial, dude. That would be a skit that a comedy troupe should do. That would be ridiculous, dude. You know what I mean? Like you're leaving the one night stand and shit, and you're just
The fresh maker. It's like nothing happened.
what the hell is wrong with us? That's what I want to know.
A great many things.
Sheila puts in the thing, the fresh maker.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God! Skipping through the field of prolapse.
The flesh maker.
Oh my
Oh my God!
Keep them coming. I want these as future song names.
I like this.
I should. I
Could be
should.
our gore
He's just
grind.
over here taking notes.
Yeah.
These are good.
These are so good.
amazing.
When did I think of this?
Screenshot.
The whole album written.
Dude, a friend of mine told me that he that he prefers to have sex during menstrual cycles. You know, and I'm like, Jesus, dude. And he's like, I love it, and I'm like, okay, are you a vampire? Like, what the fuck is going on? So when he left, I'm like, trying to make Gore Grind for his name and shit. And then I'm like, I go, dude, I made up a Gore Grind name for you. He's like, what? I said, yeah, Chewy Blood Fucker. And he goes, like a day later, he goes, what did you call me, man? He said, what blood fucker? I said, Chewy Blood Fucker. And he goes, yes. He writes it all down and shit. I'm like, this is awesome, dude.
Biting it for content.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
love
gotta
it.
get those clots in there, you know?
Yeah. Oh my God. That makes me just the clots the size of basketballs. The fucking SOD tune, Premenstrual Princess Blues.
I have not heard
What?
that. I have not heard
Oh
that.
my goodness.
I'm getting an education tonight.
SOD? No, yeah, SOD. You got to go back. That's old thrash. That's like
Okay.
Scotty and Dan Lineker, fucking
shit.
basically Anthrax with
Yeah.
Billy Milano doing vocals.
I'm taking
You've
a
never
note.
heard that before?
No, I have never heard
Oh my
that.
God.
I
That's
live
like
under a very
that's
nice
like
rock, though.
that's like thrash history right there.
You've offended Greg. He's upset.
Speak English or Die. You've never heard that fucking tune before?
No.
Sergeant D is coming and you're on his list. You never heard that one before? Oh my goodness. The fuck is going on with you, Banano?
But a great many of bad things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what? Okay, so I like that. I asked this one the last couple podcasts. Like, what have you been listening to lately? What's been in your playlist? What have you been fiending on? And it doesn't matter what it is. No judgment here. I think what David Mutter said last weekend. He was saying Sabrina Carpenter or something. Like, did you go listen to that hum at all? Have you listened to that band yet?
Not yet. I made a list of like several band names that they listed off. But I haven't checked them out yet.
I checked that hum band out. They're good, dude. They're good.
I do want to check out that. Was it
One on my
Haunted
Spotify
Horses?
now.
Haunted Horses.
Yeah, no, I gotta look it up too. It's like, what the hell have I?
It is like stoner doom metal type shit, but the vocals are like almost Pink Floydish almost. You know
Really?
what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, gung, 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 just pounding behind it with keyboards and shit.
That's a
kinda
cool mix.
Like
Yeah.
melodic. Now, I'm not a huge keyboard guy. I've never really been a huge keyboard guy, but
Yeah.
they mix it in really nice. It's not like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, not
Like,
that intense
metal?
orchestral stuff.
black metal is, you know what I mean? When they
Yeah.
when they don't do it properly, I feel like, you know.
When they rely a little heavy on it.
Yeah.
I've been listening to a lot of like Fit for an Autopsy.
love
The new
that.
album is just awesome to me.
Love that.
Crushing it.
Yeah, super good. Been kind of in between like Era,
Love.
Plot and You,
Love.
Currents, The New
Love.
Architects.
Love.
Kind of all over the board with a lot of stuff.
Yeah. So are you primarily like when you throw on your music, is it always heavy?
It depends. I go heavy and then I skip back into a lot of like 80s,
Okay.
a lot of like classic rock
Okay.
put on. So it's I usually kind of skip through a lot of different genres.
Sure.
Except for country, I can't do country.
Yeah. I'm old country. That's the only thing I'll fuck with is older shit. You know what I mean? Like I don't mess
Yeah.
with any of that poppy type shit. I just don't. You
Yeah,
know,
the
it's
pop
okay.
rock with the twang kind of shit.
Or rap with the twang. It's that
They-
killed
they
me,
got
dude.
weird.
I was like, what the fuck are you doing, man?
That
Like,
actually got brought up at work this week. I was talking about. I don't know how it got brought up, but I mentioned like when I was mixing, like I had to do these like hick hop nights at Club Underground.
Yeah.
and
Hick hop.
I was
That
like, did I
is-
hear hick hop?
that is like
all you do is hold your breath a little
Like-
bit or
like-
take a sip of something. You'll get rid of that hiccup.
The upside down cup.
like the ninth circle of hell.
Yeah.
This one dude in particular, and like he just on every fucking show because I guess the pool's that shallow. No less than 3 songs about his truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the
his
back
truck,
of
the
it was
woman,
the
the beard,
back
the
of it, the tires, the back of it was the motor involved in it.
Like-
That's 3
like-
songs right there.
Like rapping about his lift kit on his
Okay,
Rolling
that's,
coal.
like
that's
nine-
4.
like
That's 4 things you can talk
91 Ranger or something.
about. That's 5. We'll go with the year.
Yeah, it's
the
more
make and
expensive than my
model.
mortgage.
Got
That was that he
stolen.
was the biggest rapper out of Eau Claire, Wisconsin.
Oh.
And I'm like,
Props.
Wait, what? Hold on a second.
I don't-
You said
I-
hip hop,
I don't know if
and
I'd
then you said
admit
Eau
that.
Claire, Wisconsin. Like,
It's a college town.
okay,
It sure is. I've been there. I've drank
Yeah,
there before.
Yeah,
it
my
was-
wife
it was something
grew up there.
special. Just like that, and that was my first experience with hip hop, and I'm like, this is wow.
A little Lil
Bad-
Nas X of all
Bad
people.
case of
cast
the
there.
hiccups, huh?
Yeah.
Bad
Yeah.
case of the
Yeah,
hiccups.
it's,
It just sounds ridiculous.
3 songs of hiccups. That's enough for me. That would give me heartburn real bad, dude. That hiccup.
You gotta hold your breath until you pass the fuck out.
Yeah,
So you,
dude. That's the only way to
yeah.
get rid of them.
It's the only way.
I'll bump on the head. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
exactly. A little brain
Prolapse.
damage.
yeah.
That's just
Maybe a prolapse or two.
Yeah.
Prolapse is possible with hiccup.
It's impossible.
It's possible if you just
Except
hick
for
hop a little
it-
too hard, it just
No, it goes out back in again. That's the weird part about it. That's how. Yeah, exactly. So it's like
the winking prolapse.
Oh, sounds like a bar. Or something.
that sounds like a drink, dude.
Yeah,
The waking prolapse,
The winking prolapse.
dude.
that's gonna be my tavern in Skyrim.
That is, dude.
God.
Holy shit! That may be the coolest idea right there ever. To name a fucking tavern in Skyrim. The winking prolapse, dude. Come on. Oh my god. Bartenders out there you have to make a fucking don't disrespect Chris Stapleton or Frodo's mom. We'll fight y'all.
Why is Frodo's mom coming into this?
Because apparently you can't fuck with Chris Stapleton, I guess.
You're gonna get beat up, dude.
Oh, I see.
This place has gone it's gone absolutely nuts. I'm telling you right now.
Bananas.
Now who else is what else you guys listening to before we get back into frolapsing?
I've been doing a lot of dorky goth shit. Goth Minister. Those guys are fun and cheesy as shit. Angel Spit. They're this Australian kind of electro punk kind of act.
Yeah.
They're great. They just came out with some new shit, and then I re-listened to Midian recently because Cradle of Filth came out with a new one. So of course I went back to their old shit.
As one does.
As one does. So the new album's all right, but you know.
That happens though, doesn't it? Like
Yeah.
I've been doing that with the Coheed and Cambria stuff because I'm a huge Coheed fan. But
Yeah.
their last, well, not this album. I gave this latest one a little bit more of a chance than the one before that.
Mhm.
It was just too poppy and too produced for me, and I was
Got it, yeah.
but I'm stuck on those first few albums. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Because they're
Those
just
were
so fucking
gold.
great. You know?
So good.
Yeah. What sucks is what were we talking about last week? About concept albums or some shit like that, and then we got into the Coheed thing. and-
Coheed, and we were talking about Between the Buried and Me.
Oh, okay.
And like bands that like actually do a concept album, like like the full thing. Like they go like hardcore. It's not
Yeah.
just like
They don't
a
have
concept
acid.
with a couple random songs sprinkled in. It's like no, each album is this story.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
planned out
Front
rather
to
than a
back.
Yeah, like,
thematic
it's
thing. you know?
actually like a thing. It's
Yeah.
not just like
Yeah.
like these songs are loosely all about the same thing, but it's an actual like
Yeah.
I think Brendan Small did that with one of his,
Mhm.
his projects. When
that
he-
was at the Galacticon or
Yeah. That was a pretty cool one.
Yeah, I think Townsend has done that a couple times too.
Yeah, I think Shayla would know that. She
Townsend.
said something about she's a huge fucking Devin Townsend fan too.
Yeah, and Between the Buried and Me
Surprised
too.
Yeah.
Justin's not chomping on that one.
Yeah, no.
I think she.
close the
I
chat.
think we have a delay, so she probably hasn't had
Yeah,
a chance to.
it's
I've
coming.
seen the BT Bam one. She got a heart face on that one right away, so that must have reached her right there. But so you've been doing a lot of nerdy goth type stuff.
Yep. Lord of the Lost. I've been really into those guys.
Okay.
And Hell Boulevard, which is kind of like Lord of the Lost, but kind of a knockoff version of them. I think they're U.S. based. Lord of the Lost is based out of Germany.
Now, how does one find this stuff? Like I know
I'm
that.
trying to- yeah.
I mean, with the Promodol stuff, now that's a
Mhm.
different style.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got so many different things across the metal board. Really, like how do you find all this shit? Like,
Lord of the Lost was actually through Promodol. Rooster, our bassist at the time, it was one of his favorite bands, and
Sure.
he played it for me. And I'm also like really into the Faint, and he loved those guys, so we kind of we're going back and forth. And the Faint's a very different sound than those guys, or like Lord of the Lost. But he threw that on, and it's like this is really dark and less poppy than he normally had listened to. So I was like, holy crap, I've never heard this. So that's how
Okay.
I found out about
All right.
those guys. And then, I've been into industrial metal and industrial in general since like, early high school, late.
nice.
So like KMFDM was a band that I really liked way back in the day. And
Yeah.
that got harder and darker and all that
Yeah.
sort of thing. And yeah, you just like, once you find a handful of bands and other bands are recommended and all that sort of thing. So you like Cyclone 9.
Oh yeah.
Heard about those guys a while back, and they're producing some singles again as of this year and late last year or something like that. And Nero has always come up with some really cool sounds.
Okay.
I was actually able to see those guys. This is a funny, kind of a funny coincidence. I actually went to see Cyclone 9 at Ground Zero. I ended up showing up, and I brought my wife. We were just dating at the time, but she had to go home. And what I didn't know at the time was when I dropped her off and came back, I think I had I had missed the opening act, and then I was able to catch Dawn of Ashes and Cyclone 9 after. The opening act was actually Promedol.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So I missed their show when they opened up for these bands, and Tracy had actually set up that show.
Yeah.
And then I was working with them like a couple years later. It's like, go fucking figure, It's like, I totally missed you because I had to go, home and run back. So yeah,
that's
go
crazy,
figure,
Well, same question as I asked Josh though. Like, what is it? Is it always heavy when you listen to this stuff, or do you switch back and forth?
Not always heavy. Like Ben Kaplan, I've been really fucking with lately, and he's Canadian. It's more.
Did he get taxed and tariffed for that music or what?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to, pay a 30% fucking
listening fee.
Yeah, listening fee if I stream it now.
Well, it's now 65%. Just because you said Canadian on the podcast, so it actually goes up. So we're gonna get taxed for. It's gonna be like that.
Sorry, guys.
The surcharge Canadian tariff tax. I don't fuck. I'm making this shit up as we go, dude. But
it sounds like what's happening anyway.
Well, that's why you have to make. It's not. I hate making political jokes, but it's still one of those things where you're like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, it's a weird time.
Yeah.
But yeah, this guy, he's kind of like got Tom Waits vibe about him, but a bit more cleaner. He's able, not able to. But
he enunciates more.
He definitely enunciates more. Yeah. More musical, but I do like Tom Waits too. I mean, the guy's obviously an icon.
Yeah.
Pink Floyd is something I grew up with, and like Kansas and shit like that. And
oh, dude, you'll like that hum. If you there's I can't remember. I can't remember I'll send you the album that I listened to because it was I grabbed that one. I think it's one of their newer ones, but Eric was talking about it and he showed it to me, and then I hit Eric up like, which one should I listen to? And I was already listening like halfway through the one, and he goes, this is the one I really like. And then everybody always goes, but there's always this one too that's like way earlier, and I really love it. You know what I mean? They go through the whole thing. Yep. So it was like I was already halfway through the one he had recommended, and I was like, damn, this is cool, because I really got a Pink Floyd like Gilmore vibe on some of the shit that he does, because it's very I don't know, very moody. Yeah. But the music is just driving the whole.
Yeah, my ears perked up when you were describing that, because Pink Floyd, I've always loved their mix of they do since very well in my opinion too, because just the mood, like you said, that the atmosphere that they create is incredible. Like Gilmore is one of the best guitarists, Right. Maybe not like a Steve Vai virtuosic, but the mood though that he's able to get out there is just so good.
The transition,
so I'm very interested in that.
The transition for those guys too, you know what I mean, from like this crazy psychedelic thing,
dude,
into
Sid
like
Barrett.
dialing it in. I mean, because Sid Barrett was like already doing the poppy shit before he, did the Pink Floyd thing, but as they transitioned from that to what they became beyond, beyond like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I saw it's that video of Saucer Full of Secrets. It was floating around YouTube for a while. It's Sid Barrett and all that. And it's very experimental. And you could tell those guys probably dosed a fuck ton of acid before they made that video. It was a wild ride.
You know what's crazy when you go back is the amount of acid that that the Grateful Dead dosed on other people. Like, I don't know if you ever heard the story about when they played the Playboy Mansion, like they did the After Midnight type of thing. Yeah. And they played a set there, and Otis Onsley's like their sound guy for like ever. Like, just within the last 5 or 10 years, somebody refurbished the fucking soundboard that this dude did all of the Pink Floyd shows on. Yeah. And the faders were crusted so bad that the guy cleaning it tripped on acid. Cleaning it, no lie, dude. I was like, "What the fuck?"
That is fucking legendary.
But Otis Onsley was the cat, or I can't. Anyway, he was a fucking LSD producer. He made that shit.
Yeah.
So they dosed the fucking coffee pot at the fucking Playboy Mansion. So if you go back and look at the footage, as they're playing, everybody in the crowd like, woo, they're like into it, and they're just smiling because they're used to doing fucking acid. So everybody else is like,
yeah, right.
Literally, they pan to the crowd and they're all like, you know, like that perma
I can see the music.
Yes, dude, and it's crazy because you hear the lore about it, you know.
Yeah.
Because that Otis Olmsley dude, there was a guy on set for that thing, and he was an undercover fucking agent, and they was trying to infiltrate their group.
Yeah.
You know, because they had there's like a huge hippie thing back then that was selling all the dope, you know, and they were part of that, and the Hells Angels were part of it, and like everything was wrapped up into everything. You know?
Yeah, and the feds were in
Sounds like
every
a Netflix
piece of that.
documentary.
What's that?
Yeah, that'd be
Sounds like
badass.
a Netflix documentary.
It probably is. I think I've seen a
Gotta
bunch
have
of it on YouTube. I know that. I've seen
Yeah.
a bunch of it on YouTube. That's where I heard it, and then I looked it up, and you could watch the whole video of them, that performance. And even when they're talking, like Hugh Hefner's talking to them, and there's people giggling in the background, like the camera people and shit. Like, you know they're high as fuck. You know,
Dude, I wonder if you looked at it off into the crowd because, like on acid, it kind of comes in waves, you know. And then it just like all of them, they just got
dude,
space out for a second, then kind of get back into it. I wonder if you could kind of see
my
that travel.
first Slayer show. I was on 2 hits of acid at First Avenue, and it was South of Heaven.
Yeah.
And you know where the stairs go down in front of that bar right there? You know, it's changed so many times, that one front, you know, right in front of the stage goes up the stairs. The sound booth's usually on the floor. Well, they moved the sound booth up to the fucking to the backed it up against the bar.
Okay.
And you could smoke in the place at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they come in do 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 like this, you know, and it's going do do do. And I'm a kid. I'm tripping on acid, dude. This is the first time I saw Motorhead. Lemmy looked 800 feet tall. I'm not even kidding you.
Bet,
and
man.
so my buddy's brother, he's like, "Oh, come on, man, we'll go fucking meet him." And I'm like, "Why? We're meet these dudes, you know, right?" So I walk over there, and he's like this. You know what I'm saying? I'm going, like, I know I'm on acid, but holy fuck. He went from 8 feet tall singing into his fucking microphone like this.
Well, now you know why he does that.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and the stage is so tall, too, so it just threw me the fuck off, man. You know what I mean? But
Well, that's wild, like looking back at old videos of Lemmy when he's next to other people. It's like, I did not expect, you know? Just a little shorter. I mean, he's such a... Yeah, and he's such a big presence, though, you know?
Yeah.
But, I mean, Ronnie James Dio, he was like, he was in a band called Elf Fittingly way back in the day, you know?
I got to meet him, like, like he walked right towards me while I was doing, because I was doing the tunnel. I was doing the fucking security at the Quest.
Yeah, yeah.
And he walked out, dude, and you know what I mean? When I turned around and was like, holy fuck, Ronnie James Dio. Hey, man, nice to meet you. Like, he was fucking cordial as shit, walked up, you know, double handshake.
Yeah.
Like, nice to meet you. Everybody's just mobbing him. Dude, he was fucking, you know,
Tiny.
I think my
Danny
granddaughter's
Fulton.
taller than him. And
Probably.
she's only this tall. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It was Nate sized.
well, I don't go that far. Are you talking arm size, or are you talking like?
Yes.
Lower.
Well, I think Ronnie James Dio has bigger arms than Nate. I'm just gonna say that.
I would agree.
I don't think that he could even be the strongest member in any of Dio's bands. Like, even the smallest guys. Like, I hope he sees this too, because he needs a wake up call. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those things. Like, you can't just go around thinking you're strong when your arms like sag down and shit. You know, like, just because you're
Like
growing a
little
beard
twigs.
doesn't make you.
Doesn't grow a bicep.
No, I mean the beard game is strong. I'll give him.
It is a strong
He's
beard.
probably like the 2000 strongest beard guy. Like, maybe. I'm just saying. I think my balls have a bigger beard than him. Sorry, I had to go there. All right, what you listening to? My bad. That took a long time.
It's all good. Honestly, the really nice thing about being in this band too is like all the band members listen to different shit. Even though Josh and I listen, like all the bands you just listed off,
These
I'm
guys
like, oh yeah,
overlap a lot.
I love that. But I've been in a deathcore phase.
Okay.
So, new Whitechapel album fucking slaps. So
Yeah.
love the Whitechapel album. This is not deathcore, but there's another band that I've known that you guys are I'm obsessed with. It's called Bill Murray, Bilmuri,
Yeah.
and they're like kind of a fun, like, kind of like they got a heavy guitar, but they got a country tone to it, and then
Okay.
super catchy choruses. They're super fun.
Bill Murray.
Yeah, it's super fun.
I did not expect that spelling,
Yeah.
by the way. When you sent it my way, it's like I'm thinking,
Right.
literally Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking the same.
A new Day to Remember album came out. It's all right. It's not as good as the old stuff, and there's another band that I wanted to talk about. It's I'm a big Tom Barber fan, who's a vocalist he used to be a vocalist for Lorna Shore,
Okay.
and then he went to Chelsea Grin, and now he plays for a project I really love. It's called Darko US.
Okay.
What's impressive about that band? They're like an industrial deathcore band. I think you would kind of like them. I think they're kind of
I'm
fun.
very interested in it.
And the very
think
interesting thing about it is that the guitarist, he's a drummer too, but the guitarist as well, plays a 9-string Jimi Hendrix style.
Jesus.
It's insane. Like,
Wait. What?
he plays it like Jimi
Upside
Hendrix
down.
style, upside down.
Oh,
like with the
like
thumb and
strung
all.
Yeah,
upside
yeah,
down,
yeah.
or strung properly?
Like,
Does he do the fucking? Who's that bass player that does his shit upside down, like Neo or Neon or
not
some weird
sure.
shit? You know what I'm talking about? Have you seen that dude? He plays his bass strung the other way, like he
Yep.
his
I have
his
seen that.
his large or his E's down on the bottom. You know what I'm saying?
We had the
It's like Aldi.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
yeah. I
gonna
was
say
gonna
Aldi.
mention
Does
Aldi from
Aldi-
Etheric.
He used to do that too.
Yeah.
that-
he was he's a lefty, but he could only get right-handed guitars.
So he learned how to play like that.
Yep.
Yeah,
Played
so
it
like
The low notes at
So
the
like-
bottom. It was
yeah,
wild to
low string.
watch.
And so like watching,
I think I
when-
knew this. I think I knew
when
this.
they would play him and Stu, it was almost mirrored.
Yeah.
It blew
like-
my mind the first time I saw it.
Like they're playing the same thing, but
Right.
Aldi's playing it upside down.
Right.
Just fucking crazy shit, and they're just shredding.
Did
It's
now
just-
wait. Now back
Watching
up.
him sweep
Didn't
pick with that.
didn't Stu try to learn that way too though? Wasn't there something where
don't-
he tried to
I don't know about
learn?
that, but
I could have swore that was the deal. Like Aldi, when we were hanging out with Aldi at like Dean's one night, we were talking about that because I remember hearing him talk about that. I don't know if I ever really realized it though. You know what I'm saying? Like that's pretty fucking wicked. 9-string strung upside down type of shit.
Yeah,
That's some crazy shit.
it's
crazy.
crazy. I mean, just seeing like him play it, and like it sounds so good. It's so heavy, and just, it's insane to watch him like play it like that. Like,
Jeez.
I had a
wild,
double
yeah.
take when I saw like a live video of them like doing a live like playthrough of a song, and I was like, "What the fuck?" You know?
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
hell
you
is that thing?
You got to rewind it and look
Yeah.
at it like, what the fuck is this?
Insane, but they're heavy, super good. So I love the heavy deathcore stuff, and then I'll throw on some Post Malone once in a while. I love like his album Beer Bongs and Bentley is just like
I
kind of a
actually love
vibe.
that guy's voice.
He's a good he's talented.
Yeah, he's very talented.
He's very
Yeah.
talented. So not a big fan of his country stuff, but
Yeah.
he's
I hear ya.
talented. So
He just
Well,
fell
I heard
funny
he
on
like
that.
really brought Ozzy Osbourne on the map. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
just I was
Ozzy-
just talking.
He was
to this-
nothing before that guy.
I was just talking to somebody at work today. We had another. He's like a manager. Like if one of the guys calls in, he comes in to fill in or whatever. And we were talking about that. And I was like, I go, what are you talking about, dude? Like he made Ozzy Osbourne famous, and he looked at me like I was handicapped. Dude. What are you talking about, dude?
Appropriate
Like,
response.
Like,
here,
you're
hey, hold on,
serious
dude. I'll
about
push
this?
your wheelchair to the door. Like you'll be okay, dude. Like look out at the, look at the sun, bro. You're
Yeah,
cool,
we got a
you know?
helmet for you.
Yeah.
We're good.
That's that's what
Yeah.
he looked. I was like, no, you didn't hear that. Like when they did that song together, everybody like all the younger folks were like, he really made that old guy famous. Like you know what I mean? I'm going. wow.
Go back to school. Jesus
Hold on, did Nate get to everybody? Like I hate, dude.
That's
The day
sad,
that he
though,
said
man.
the same thing that I said to him about Black Sabbath, I was like, there'd be no heavy metal. He goes, the next day he goes, I don't know if he remembers me saying it or not, but he's like, I don't want to hear this old guy shit where there would be no heavy metal without Black Sabbath. And I went, I just turned around like, oh shit, I think he's actually talking about me, you old prick.
I just want it on record that Nate today told me he was going out to his car to cry on his lunch break, and it turns out he was actually listening to the new Sleep Token.
oh god,
And like 5 local
that
bands.
That is like a fact. He's like, I'm gonna go cry in my car, and I'm like,
Is he crying
for
this
any
too? particular
particular reason? Like, did you just
Because he's
like,
listening to
did
that?
did you realize that
There were
David Lee
prob-
Roth is the better vocalist, and like your life's been a lie? And he's like, I'm actually gonna go check out the new Sleep Token song, and I'm like,
I love that he
Did you
covers
ask
it
him
with
if he
crying
lost
in
it?
the
Did-
car.
Did he?
Yeah,
Did he?
right.
I was like, if I
Did you lose a bet?
if I was just about to go onto a Teams meeting, I'm like, God damn it! If I wasn't about to go on this call, I'd be like
Photoshop crying in a car
I'd just be
listening to
going
Sleep
out there
Token.
filming him listening to that band. In his
He's
car.
just you just got to
tears in his eyes. 'Cause it's so magical for him.
It's a Sleep Token mask on Nate's body with tears coming out the side of it.
Double sleep token.
Vessel speaks to me.
It's like that double rainbow guy. You just put that in.
Fucking hell.
I love it. Sleep Token got an emotional response out of Nate today.
That's
Wow, that's
crazy.
cute.
I'm not surprised though, because Sleep Token is absolutely enormous now.
Yeah, they're
It's
huge.
Are you
crazy.
a fan?
I like they got a few songs that I'm like, this is really good. I'm not the biggest fan of them, so cool. I'm not gonna listen to all like everything, but there are certain songs I think that do really well.
Dude, you look
cool
really
grooves and that
you look really hesitant to just admit it.
Yeah, well,
He's
I'm
afraid
with
of
you.
getting
I'm
jumped.
with you, dude. I'm with you. I got your back, bro.
they have-
We'll take all three of them on right now. That's all I'm saying. I will
You
I will
all probably
pull
could, too.
pull Jordan's arm off and hit Josh with it, and then Josh will fall into Nathaniel and he'll fall down, and you and I will just turn on Sleep Token really loud and just go
I'm down. I'm in. Let's go.
Let's go.
Vessel is God.
Now here's the thing though, is like as I get older, I really think that music is so, it's all subjective. You know what I'm saying? It's all about what tickles your fucking fancy, dude. You know what I mean? Like,
Whatever
I don't-
yeah.
I don't think it's a bad fucking thing. Like I had to jump on this dude about selling out the other day. I was like, dude, you don't know what you're talking about. Any musician in the world who doesn't do music, I mean, of course we all say we do it for our own purposes, right? You know what I mean? To purge whatever it is that we need to get out, be creative, which is true, and none of us hardly ever make money from this shit, right?
Yeah.
We if we're in this room, I would say everybody's a lifer when it comes to playing bands. You know what I mean? You're not going to change now. You're already fucking way deep into it. You know what I'm saying?
Too fun.
But here's the thing: is like if someone would pay you to make the music that you make, you can't tell me that you wouldn't go, sure, why not? Now, if
Well, doing that for your day job, I mean,
if you don't have to change what you're fucking doing, you
Right.
know what I'm saying?
folks
Like,
that
and be able to focus on it.
But also, Sleep Token came they started where we were at too.
Yeah,
They played the small stages too. So
yeah, they put
come
in the
a long
work.
way.
Yeah. They weren't just like engineered out of a fucking,
Exactly. Yeah.
producer pool.
oh my God! Not if we're not canceled already, I think.
You know, the Sleep Token stands finding
that's
our
like-
addresses
Hey,
and
you
shit.
haven't mentioned Ghost yet. It's okay.
Ghost walked so Sleep Token could run.
Oh God.
Oh my God! Did you just say that? Wow!
But yeah, I mean, I think the big thing, especially with metal these days, with Sleep Token, especially how convenient social media is,
Right.
with how people,
Yeah.
if you don't like a band, then people are like, oh, I don't like the song, so I hate this band. Like,
Yeah.
why do you have to hate a band then if you don't like their music? Just don't listen to their music.
Right.
Who cares?
I love when people shit on bands, and then it's like 12 dudes are like, I fucking hate that band. Yeah, they suck. They should just hang it up. They should quit. Oh, I hate their outfits. Oh, their makeup looks goofy. Oh, yeah, that, you know
should
what I mean?
commit suicide
and
and
then
film it.
Then there's one dude that goes, I don't know what you guys are talking about. These guys are fucking awesome. And then
Fuck
there's-
you!
Then there's like the comments change slowly
Yep.
until it gets about 12 more down, and then there's just one dude that sparks it back up. What the fuck are you guys talking about? They suck. You
it's
know
a
what I mean?
never-ending
Yes.
cycle.
It's
It's
always a battle.
ridiculous. So
Shout out to Nickelback and
That's
our
the
friend
first-
Prolapse.
it's the first band I thought of, not that, but
Hey.
Nickelback.
Hey, is that their new album?
Look at this prolapse.
Say that again, Josh. What did you say, dude? Look at this
prolapse.
Here's another one for you, Jordan. You know how they have the thing where the
photograph?
photograph keeps zooming in and out, dude, like that. That's all it is a prolapse coming out.
Please, I'm not gonna Photoshop you a fucking prolapse.
A prolapse,
They
dude.
have-
Come
It's a
on.
prolapse.
You can
Come
find
on.
that online for free.
Not with Frodo's face on it, all done up
If-
with pigtails.
You fucking ask him nicely, maybe.
The Prolapse is just trying to find the one ring.
The one that rules them all, or
One
what?
that rules them all.
Ruins them all.
You ever hear someone speak words that just where you question every choice that led you to this moment?
He used to be in a band with me. Used to.
Oh my God. Frode says, I'm going home.
You're already home.
You are home.
He's probably so high he doesn't even know he's home yet.
I can just imagine him in the corner with sunglasses on, just watching on his phone, just fuck you guys.
Rude.
He's probably doing shots of Rumplemans by himself.
Right. Can't wait to quit this fucking band.
it's
Taking
just-
his half a fucking 5 milligram gummy and getting totally fucked up.
It's just
He's
so
got a-
Hey,
funny.
that's a cheap date. That's
He's got
hey,
a
bet.
tolerance of a toddler.
Dude.
When it comes to
I'm up out
edibles,
there
I'm the
now.
same way.
Yep.
Hey, it's Chi and Chong. It's like, he don't even. he just fucking gets the contact.
Look at
button.
that Frodo lapse. Jesus fucking Christ.
I heard Nickelback. That's all I can.
Dude,
No, no,
we
why, that's
we
what
work
That was
together,
gold.
and I know when I'm getting out of hand when he just stops and he looks at me and he's just like, you just get this fucking little like, and then he'll just shake
Stroke
his
it out
head.
a bit.
He'll shake his head, and I swear to God, him and his wife to talk about this because they both do the same thing. They'll just stop and look at me and go, "You're fucking ridiculous." You know what I'm saying? It is so like your joke didn't even hit, dude. You know what I'm saying? They just go,
Yeah.
"You're fucking ridiculous."
That's when you know you're on to something. If you get that pause
Exactly.
in there.
Yep.
I'm crying. I don't think I've cried this much on a podcast in a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys seriously
it
broke me, dude. Yes.
The sleep token?
Yeah.
Yes, that would.
Pretty much.
Sleep
No,
token will bring that
no,
tear to
it
your
was-
eye.
No, dude, it was look at this prolapse, dude. Come the fuck on, dude. That is wrong. That's when you know you got the right friends in the motherfucking place, dude. That's what I'm talking about.
Fucking sniper Josh over here.
I got you.
It caught me off guard. Did you see how I made you repeat that? I was just like,
Like,
what the fuck?
Did I fucking hear that?
I really don't want to do it, but a Photoshop needs to be done, and I
I
just,
got it now. I mean,
It ain't gonna be pretty.
I just don't think
Come
I'm willing
on.
to take
If-
that
if-
one for the.
I'm sorry.
has
for,
to-
I'm sorry
it
for
does
your
have to
eyes,
happen.
But,
All right,
You're obligated.
Shayla's gonna have to be the true. She's gonna have to be the judge of this thing. Does it or does it not get made? The prolapse. She has to be the judge of it. She has to be the one. Because if she says absolutely not, then we can't do it. But if she says
My fucking Google search is gonna get me on a list tonight.
Choose wisely, Shayla.
just wait, dude, we're gonna leave here and the algorithms are we're gonna get fucking
oh God, yeah. It's
repair your prolapse today.
I got the staple gun.
Yeah, yeah.
Gonna start listening to YouTube and be like, "What is? Oh,
Oh no.
The new booty clamp. Fix your prolapse today.
It's just a
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
C clamp.
be on Pinterest later and like, what is the no?
Dude, it's just a twisty. That's it, dude. It's so fucking twisty.
There is no clamp here.
Hey, could you undo this clamp? I gotta use the restroom. Oh, okay. Let's see. Oh man, if it puts Jordan on the list, maybe you should do it.
All right, it's official. You got to do it.
Gotta do it.
I've always thought Frodes and I were the weird ones. I have been proven wrong. Matt Taylor says
I fucking hate everyone here.
you're on plenty of lists, Jordan. Oh my God.
Doesn't need to be on additional lists.
He's on a people.
Yeah,
at
make it
Walmart
a
list,
dozen.
so
Come
that's
on.
a good one.
My God. I don't think this chat is busting, dude. This chat is hopping tonight, boy.
Yeah, this is great. I love it.
Oh my God! Frodo just said Avatar is better than Coheed and BT Bam.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Bold statement.
I do listen to Avatar more.
I do love Avatar.
I'll say that.
He
They're
brought me to
fun.
that show. That was a good show.
They're fun.
Don't encourage.
Yeah, they're really
him.
fun.
I want to encourage him. It's fun
I don't listen to either much, but
because it's gonna him and Justin can go back and forth.
Between each o-
discuss.
Between each other.
They're already quitting the band.
So now you guys are looking to book some shows for the
Yes.
spring and summer.
Mhm.
So folks, if you're booking some shows, you're looking for bands. Look these guys up. They're heavy band. They're cool cats to hang out with. They will make you fucking cry. Obviously, I'm proof of that.
Probably get you on a list.
Yeah.
Find out which one.
Again, the booty clamp. brought to you by Tyco. Brought to you by Tiger Balm.
TM.
Have you had any Tiger Balm accidents or incidents lately, or what? Anything like that?
Thankfully, no.
I made a joke about jerking off Tiger Balm, you know,
Yeah.
and out of nowhere, he just sends me this fucking picture of him holding the Tiger Balm. What did you say? Something like, I'm preparing for something. I don't know if it was a podcast or some shit.
I can't remember what it was.
And I took a screenshot of it, and I was like saying, "This is what your boss sends you." Like, you know what I mean? His fucking Tiger Balm kink and shit. Again, I got the fucking, you're ridiculous.
Yeah.
Got that shit.
Dude, I have an old Facebook message from you. I think you still owe me a Tiger Balm hand job.
Wasn't that from the?
I got some in the
podcast.
Yeah, it might have been from the first one. Yeah.
I offer them out a lot. Nobody takes me up on it because they're scared.
If you
Try to
ever
get
get
my
a
dick
chance to
ripped
get a Tiger Balm on your nether regions, don't.
Okay. Well,
Just don't.
too late for that.
I was just
Yep,
I was
same.
just watching some podcast with a Delta Force guy. This John McPhee. They call him Shrek. They call him the sheriff of Baghdad. He's a fucking big monstrous dude who's done 28 tours in Afghanistan and shit. He was doing a podcast, dude, and he was talking about, like, the guy asked him about his first kill. Do you remember your first kill? And some of them dudes are like, yeah. He was like, yeah, like it was yesterday. You know what I mean?
It was
Like,
fucking great.
dude.
one
He
guy
said
that saw
he
me.
said we killed hundreds of people. He said once I hit around 100, I stopped counting. He goes, I don't give a fuck who you are. He goes, you want to send them? Send them. You better bring your boys and all of their friends with towels on too. And he just went off.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
I
He
just
went
love killing.
crazy, dude. And I'm going,
Yeah.
holy fuck, man, this guy's absolutely nuts. But he brought up a story that it being in the desert, and he was like one of the Delta Force guys that went out and did his own shit. Like, he dressed up like he called them savages, but he dressed up like the natives and fucking went into towns. And he said how he got through checkpoints and shit because he's a big oafy dude, and had a beard and all that shit. The dude would fucking poke him with a fucking AK-47 and to him, and he goes, the only way I got through it, he said, I would talk at full volume and get really close to their face and go, and they'd go, fuck out of here. So he made it through checkpoints to the point where he was like doing
shotting 'em
surveillance on the
down.
shit. So he's in the desert and he says he's got chafing really bad. He says from the bottom of his bag all the way up into his ass. And he says he's going to break into the fucking, he's like, he's in his place now. They're all back from their tour. He comes back and he's chafed up. And he says I'm going to the nurse's area. I'm either going to break in there or something to get something to powder myself up so I don't have this, So he goes in there and here comes the medic dude, right? And I can't remember what they had, like, this nickname for this fucking guy. And he tells him what happens, and he goes, I'm a little red and chafed, I need some Vaseline or something, right? And he says, the guy looks at me and goes, take your pants down, I got to see it. And he goes, I've been in the field in the desert sweating my ass off. And he goes, so I said, we're in a van we're close together. And he goes, and he's a big dude. He goes, I dropped trowel.
Yeah.
And he goes, I had my ass as close as I could get to this guy's fucking face. And he said, the dude, he looks at the guy he's talking to and he goes, do you know what an analgesic is? Do you know what an analgesic is?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's something that should numb you up.
Yeah. So it's Ben Gay or like fucking Icy Hot or some shit. The doctor gave him that analgesic, and he says, I'm in a tent in the desert, and he says he put that shit on, and he goes, it goes on cool, and he's like, I'm burning up, and then he goes, I was screaming in silence.
Yeah, dude.
He's in his tent, and he goes, it's my balls, it's my sack, it's my butthole, it's everything, and he goes, I'm in a tent, and I'm doing this. And he's like, he goes, I sat like that for 2 hours, and he goes, all I did was,
Dude. And that's like,
without screaming.
Nothing has gotten me closer to praying to
To what?
God.
That pause is good.
Tiger Balm on the
Just like,
Yo.
please
Sheriff's
make it
badge?
stop.
yeah, dude, like desert,
just
worn taint.
What will it take?
Please tell us the story about how that happened, because that had me in fucking stitches.
Which time?
Oh,
Multiple
yes,
times.
yeah.
We didn't learn, huh?
Well, I years ago I fucked up my back.
Mm,
And flares up every now and then, and after a shower I put some on. Apparently, I was still not completely dry.
Well, and if you know him, he's part woolly mammoth too, so he's got a pelt. So it's
It's a
It
foliage.
worked its way down from my lower back.
Oh,
Slowly.
all right.
All of a sudden, I had a fucking icy prolapse.
And then it was hot.
Then it was hot, and then I got some on the other side too.
so what you're saying. So your prolapse.
On a different time.
So your prolapse was smoking Newport cigarettes is basically what you're saying. It had that menthol coolie blast to it. Was it like the the camel squish ones that you?
Oh, yeah, the
Yep.
crushes.
Little bead.
Yeah.
I think the other one, I I'd put some on my knee or like my thigh, like I had pulled something.
Yeah.
And I think I was wearing like long johns or whatever, so there's just nowhere for that to go. But
Yep. Just kind of wicked up.
Yep.
Oh man.
And
Dude,
just
wick
walking
up,
through the
dude. Come
day.
on. How the fuck does it wick up? Is it is it like
thermal?
the itsy bitsy spider? What the fuck is that shit?
It's a
dude?
porous material.
My goodness, dude. That's craziness, man. It goes up. I've never heard that
Apparently.
before. Like,
Charlie
what,
Sheen.
was he doing cartwheels or some
I
shit?
think he was jerking with it.
Tiger
Jesus,
bombs like
dude.
Charlie Sheen.
Oh my goodness! I the only thing that I've
Winning-
had close to that is was doing jalapeno poppers with a buddy of mine who did barbecue, and he's
Yeah.
like hands me a bag of jalapenos, and he's like, take the seeds out of them, and we're drinking beers. I didn't think I was like shuck foo, I washed my hands 3-4 times. You know what I'm saying? And fucking we're in Vegas. It's 110 degrees out. You know what I'm saying? He's got a pool and everything. We're drinking. I got to piss. I go in and I piss, and it was all up on the rim, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you put the boy back in the thing, and it pulls back a little bit, so it went from the rim to all the way down the boy. You know what I mean? And I was standing there. I'm drinking, and I'm like my shorts are still a little wet from being in the pool and shit. But I'm looking like, is there a fucking breeze in this bitch? Like,
Do I got a hole?
did somebody turn on the air conditioning in my underwear? Like, what the dude? It hurt like a motherfucker,
God.
dude.
Yeah.
Capsation all up in the fucking helmet. No, dude,
I had
it's
a
bad
friend
news. Bad news.
who may or may not have been really fucked up on ether, and
That's a choice. Fucking
Jesus,
ether?
what is
Jerked
it?
off.
Was his name Hunter S or what?
Yeah, no shit.
jerked off with Tabasco as lube.
Yo. Is this person's name Graydon?
I remember this story.
Yeah, that figures.
I'm glad that you're like
No.
immediately-
You got
you're- you're
you
like,
have you have
and actually,
bro.
it is for sure.
Yeah.
100%.
No.
I bet
He also
this
got
person-
bleach down his pee hole.
You
Yeah,
guys,
he's done a lot of
both
things.
things that that's a
wait.
He pinstriped
Wow.
his pubes.
Stop. Wait. We got back up here. I got so many questions right now.
I can't remember what color, but yeah, he pinstriped his pubes and got bleach down the
oh
pee
man,
hole.
that is
A
that-
fucking guy.
that's a special kind of pain.
Really good drummer.
Could you imagine being the
super good drummer.
Could you imagine being the chick
Absolutely
that unzips that
batshit
shit
insane.
and looks at it and it's just
Yeah,
got
dude.
a fucking it looks like a Cheerio on the top of his
Ow.
shit, just bleached out. You know what I mean? It looks like the
it's
porn
birthmark.
chicks who bleach their
Bleach,
butthole
yeah,
and
just
shit.
like,
But it's just the tip of his shit. You know, like a
like they
chick
put a
looks at it
Cheerio on there.
Yeah, that ain't purple at all. What the hell
What
happened?
the hell is this? This was supposed to be a purple-headed yogurt.
Yeah,
figure.
right.
This thing's got a halo. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Now this is where we got to back up a second. Did he go to was sriracha not an option or what the fuck? How
Yeah, that's
I
at least
don't, I don't
thicker.
know how he ended up with a bottle of Tabasco sauce in the bathroom.
who let him have the bottle of Tabasco sauce? Was it
Listen, at that point, there was no reasoning with the man.
Correct.
He was.
so? If he was jerking it, he was just jerking it. It didn't matter what you could have handed
There
him
was
barbed wire and he would have
somehow,
done it.
like we were in where are we, like Minocqua, Wisconsin or something, like way up north.
Well,
by
that makes a
Rhinelander,
lot of sense.
because that's where he was from.
They do that up there all the time.
I was
And,
gonna say, it sounds North Wisconsin.
Well, I mean that's how they stay
and
warm
we
in
just
the
like,
winter.
You
we
gotta
just
do what you gotta
heard
do.
him,
Friction,
like,
man.
just this scream coming from the fucking bathroom,
It's like a primal scream.
and like there's two of them that are fucked up on this shit, and the rest of us are like completely sober.
Yeah,
My old buddy Sean, not their
Yeah.
or my old friend Sean, who has passed.
Yeah.
He was with us too, and just this scream, and he comes out in nothing but a shirt, just drenched in sweat, just fucking raging, fucking.
let me
hard on.
hold on. Now I got another question. Now when he came out with just the t-shirt on, did obviously the junk's hanging there or tucked up in there like a turtle, right? Pulled
No,
back.
it
into
was
the-
it
was hanging.
was
So
rigid.
okay. So
up.
did it look like a little kid who had fucking spaghetti sauce on his mouth? That's what I want to know.
It was just so chaotic that we're just like, we don't know what part to focus on. We're like, what the fuck is happening?
Everything is loud right now.
dude. All,
And he's
all
just,
I can
and he's
think of
just like,
is the
I was
hangover.
jerking off.
Oh,
and
shit.
I just used this, and we're just like, what the fuck?
I think it kind of weird that I need to tell you to put some more pants on again.
right.
You know what I mean?
And I shouldn't have to
Well,
tell you not to use that.
Long story short, he ended up sitting on the toilet with his shit in a glass of milk. Just sitting there, all just tucked in this big cup of milk.
Did anybody get photos of this?
No,
Oh my god, dude!
this was
Surprised.
this was
It's probably a
before
mercy, to be
camera
honest.
phones, or like it was like flip phone era, so the
Oh my
photos
God,
are
it would have been so
super-
pixelated
It was
and
like
awesome, dude. It would have
But
been.
he's just
One
sitting
very
there,
angry red pixel
just
in
like
there.
glass of milk in his hand with his junk in it.
Looks like your nipples in that
And
picture.
he's just,
Chip,
he's
right?
just
Little-
sweat,
Angry.
just dripping sweat, and he's like, oh. It's like, why won't it stop? And I just,
Let me see, because you're not supposed to put that on your wiener,
Right.
first of all, dude. Like,
It's the
now
pain
I'm a pretty
molecule.
adventurous. When I was a kid, I was a pretty adventurous guy. Couch cushions, whatever. It happened. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever thought about that. Like, Vicks is as close as I've got. You know what I'm
Hot
saying?
sauce, man. Ugh.
No way.
No.
And Tabasco,
No.
it doesn't even have like a lubricating quality to it.
No, it'll just
No.
dry you out.
Water.
Yeah, you would think.
You just,
You know,
it
so-
dry you out, dude.
It would chafe,
Yes.
open up some
Instantly.
micro
like,
cuts.
I mean, there
Definitely
was
the
no
poor
rational
choice.
thought in that head at that point.
There
in time.
usually
There's-
was. Yeah.
when he was sober either.
Hey, Frodo, you got to try this for us. You let us know how that goes, will you? Hey, you know what? Take the full 5 milligrams this time. You'll probably make it halfway through it before you fall asleep.
No, that was a real
Dude, that is a fucking awesome story.
that was a fucked up weekend.
Can we get that guy on the podcast at one point?
I don't even know where. I think he's living like somewhere in like Tennessee or.
We got to
you know.
find him. We got to get him on the phone at least. Somebody's got to
he was a
contact
riot.
that dude.
Yeah, he was a wild dude.
Wow. That's awesome.
It's
He
crazy.
got a cop high on ether one time. He was telling us like we're in his hometown. Well, that's all they did is they fucking drank cough syrup and
Yeah,
cough
Robo
starter
Yeah, he was doing that.
fluid. But like, so
Guy's
him
like
and
a real
his
life
like
Charlie Day.
yeah. So like he was telling us this story about like they were at this mall and they sprayed ether on their sweatshirt sleeves, so they're just walking around huffing it, and they got arrested. And they're sitting in the back of the squad car with this cop, and their clothes are just drenched in this.
So the fucking cop got high.
So
Does
they
it smell like ether to you?
hotboxed the whole fucking cop car
right?
with ether, and the cop got so fucked up, like he tried driving, and he just stopped and he just like, you guys can go, and just let him go.
Wow.
That might be a okay protest etiquette. You know, you get locked in the van. You know, when you're getting carried away, just cover yourself in ether beforehand.
Bro, I have to.
G.G. Allen was like his idol.
Oh my God. So he was fucking. He wanted to do crazy shit.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so that tracks then, yeah.
So I forgot about this when I was in high school, and a dude that I haven't seen in years brought it up. He's like, "You remember that time that you dosed that teacher in school?" Because I used to sell a lot of acid in school, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, "No," and he goes, "Yeah, you don't remember putting it in his drink?" And then we kept, because I kept walking by his room to see if it was hitting him, you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden you see him standing there, and he's like working on the board, and he just like stood there and he's looking at the board. And then, we're passing by, and I'm like, "Oh yeah," you know what I mean? And then like we went by again, and he was gone, you know what I mean? So then they were like trying to figure out what happened to him, you know? But I fucking dosed him in his cup. I got a vial of liquid. Crazy story about this vial of liquid acid too. I went to school with a girl who was born with one arm. Okay, and I moved from my school to another school, and they're like, I wasn't part of any clique. Nobody knew who I was. There was one long-haired kid that was in lunch sitting by himself. So I walked up to him, and I had long hair. I was like, "Hey, man, you mind if I sit here?" He's like, no problem. So these jocks come up, and they're fucking with him, right? You know what I mean? So I turn the table upside down, and they leave him alone from there on, right? So this girl is in one of my classes, and she thinks I'm absolutely fucking bonkers because I turned this fucking lunch table upside down, right? So we get out of school, fast forward a few years, and I'm hitting somebody up for some LSD, and the guy goes, "Dude, I can get this liquid acid." He's like, brings me to this place over in Uptown somewhere, Dinkytown or something.
Yeah.
We walk into this frat house, right? And it's like hippied out. You know what I'm saying? Like flags hanging from the ceiling, all this shit, big fucking pillows everywhere. And the dude's like, "Hey, man, he's super cool cat, and I'm not there for trouble, right?" And I'm like, here's the money, and he hands it to me, and all of a sudden, the one-armed girl comes out of the back room, and she stops, and she goes, "What are you doing here?" And our mutual friend who turns me on to the place, he goes, "Oh, he's with me," and she just looks at me and goes, "You're not here for trouble, right?" You know what I mean? And I'm like, "No, I'm good," right?
Yeah.
So I get this vial of acid, and I go to First Avenue,
Oh,
and we walk in, and I'm with my buddy who hates LSD, cannot stand it. Okay.
Yeah.
It's in a fucking in a food coloring dropper, right? So at First Avenue, and I don't know if they still do this or not, but on your birthday you get that cheap Corbel fucking champagne.
Oh,
Two good-looking girls are at the bar as we walk in, and we're tossed, we're partying. And I see him. I said, whose birthday is it? Happy birthday. Don't even know these chicks. I'm like, hey, you do acid? And they're like, yeah. And I go, like this. Now, they're the first people that have tried this acid.
Oh, shit.
So I go, I don't know how strong it is. It may be shit, but I'll give it to you because it's your birthday. And the one, I go, hold open your hand. And the girl goes like this, right? I go, bloop, bloop. I drop two in their hand, and they both ate it. 45 minutes later, they stumble up, and they're drunk. They're visibly like, hey, man, this shit it's no good. I go, okay, well, hold out your hand.
Oh, no.
Now, I already paid a couple $100s for this fucking vial, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now I'm like, if I got ripped off, I'm going back there and I'm tearing the whole motherfucking place up. So I look at my buddy who does not do acid, and I go, hold out your fucking hand. And he goes, what?
Oh, no.
And I go, hold out your hand. He goes, I'm not doing acid with you, dude. I said, yes, you are. You are doing acid with me. Right, exactly. And
You're a quality control, damn it.
reluctantly went like this, and he opened his hand, and I bloop, bloop, and I bloop, blooped, and I fucking ate it. His girlfriend is a stripper at Dreamgirls, and Jenna Jameson is at Dreamgirls painting girls up with a roller and then rolling out blank pieces of paper, and they're just rolling their titties on these fucking things, right? So he looks at me, and it hasn't kicked in yet, okay? These girls, we come back, and they're like, whoa, and I go, oh, shit.
Oh, boy.
We might be in for a ride. You know what I'm saying?
Especially that, dude.
So, dude, we go to Dreamgirls,
that guy.
and I kid you not, his girlfriend puts us right in Sniffer's Row, and it is starting now. Okay, so I got to back up for a second. We get to the door, and the bouncer's there, and the bouncer knows my buddy, but he doesn't know me, and he calls me a gay man. He said the bad shit for gay man. He called me a fag, right? And I was like, what? And I look at my buddy, and my buddy goes, oh, no, come on. And he grabs me, and I'm like, what the fuck did he just call me? Like, who the fuck is this dude? What's his deal? Leave it go, whatever. Da, da, da. Now I walk in, and the lights are spinning. Now I'm like, oh, everything's fuzzy. I'm going, whoa, okay, here we go, right? We get in Sniffer's Row, and Jenna Jameson grabs me by the hand and brings me up on stage, and I got bibs on. So she just goes, boop, boop, and my shit just goes, whoo. So I'm catching my pants. She pulls my shirt up, and she just, rolls the man titties and fucking sticks the thing to my thing, gives me a hug, and then pulls my shirt down, pulls my thing back up, and goes like that. And I'm
what just happened?
yeah. So they give you these little, like daiquiri cups. And we get to the door, dude, right? And we're leaving. And I am full-blown fucking Hunter S. Thompson, dude. You know what? I'm looking for the golf shoes right now, dude, for real, dude. Like, I'm going too much. I'm losing it. I'm going. But I'm smiling. I'm like, And my buddy, he's just trying to let's go. We got to get a cab back to St. Paul, dude. You know what I mean? Like,
He's freaking out.
He's freaking because he don't do the shit, So we get to the door, and the dude looks at me, and he says, did you have a good time? You know what I mean? And I was like, what the did I not hear that? I was like, what did you say? And he said it again. And I leaned back, and my buddy was like, hey, what's that? Frozen? You ever remember the TV, the tube TVs where you shut it off and it's the picture that's imprinted?
Yeah.
It was my friend going like this because I was throwing that fucking daiquiri cup at this dude's head, and it was slow motion. Like,
and we're talking
liquid. The
glass one,
yellow,
right?
No. It was plastic yellow glass that glowed in the fucking black light, dude. So it was trailing.
Yeah. Oh,
so
shit.
it's trailing and tossing like this, but the liquid's going like that, and the cubes are going like this, but it's all in unison towards this dude's head.
Oh, Fibonacci.
And it fucking hits him, dude. Just boom, and it explodes. And all I think is, get the fuck out, right? And my buddy's like, no, like that, And dude, I'm running down the stairs. So my arms are doing this, but my legs are going like this. I felt like I was doing the Scooby-Doo where my legs were like this, and dust was flying, right? Now it's mirrors all the way down the stairs on the one side. So I'm running, and I'm laughing. And I hit those last stairs, dude, and just right into the door, boom, out onto the street. I kid you not, dude. I slid like I was going into home base, boom. And I was so freaked out. My buddy hits the stairs, and he's laughing so hard, but the dude's behind, you motherfuckers, yelling at us. His girlfriend works there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is just complete chaos. We ended up in a park in Mounds View at like 4 a.m, looking at the stars on this fucking tire swing, dude. And he's like, I hate you. And I'm like, why? And he's like, I'm getting bit by mosquitoes in a fucking park at 4 a.m. on LSD that I didn't want to fucking take. And he's like, but man, I'm having such a good time. You know what I mean? Like,
The stars are just so beautiful.
sorry,
Just
man.
chaos.
that's
and
great.
I just went on a full tangent there. I apologize.
That's a
dude.
great story.
I
that
love
story is
that.
awesome.
My God, dude, that was so much fun, man.
Yeah,
He,
that was
he passed last year, but it's just
Oh, R.I.P.
it's one of those fucking deals where I'll never forget that memory ever. And I would love to be able to talk to those girls at one point. Like I'm
Yeah,
waiting for one of them to go, hey, you're the dude at First Avenue that my friend's still in the nut asylum for that shit, by the way. How many did you give us, by the way? You know,
Yeah,
'cause
they're
it was-
perma trip, man.
Dude, it was the purest LSD I've ever taken in my life. It was so good, dude. I was like, wow.
I wonder if those first chicks did it not like have enough time to kick in.
Well, they were drinking too, so
Yeah,
they
that-
probably
that cuts
didn't
it down,
notice.
yeah,
You know what I
yep,
mean? And it
yep.
was so clean, so it probably just snuck up on. I couldn't
yeah.
imagine after the first two kicked in and then the second two kicked in, because dude, on two, I was going. We
probably
were
would've
still
lost my
tripping
mind.
till like 7 a.m. That's how.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I
yep.
think we probably took it at like, dude, it lasts. You know what I'm saying?
12-hour commitment minimum.
Dude.
you
It's
know?
like
yeah.
when THC drinks came around. You know, a lot of people
Yeah.
take them and be like, oh, yeah, I'm not really feeling stuff.
They're
but
4
they-
deep,
yeah.
and then all of a sudden the first one's just kicking in. Yeah.
Fucking freight train.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah, dude.
like,
Freight train of anxiety.
This is over in 3 hours, like smoking, right?
Yeah, you know what? I promote Lowbrow Saints Collective, but don't ever, when you go down to see Jason for any tattoo, if he ever offers you a fucking fruit roll up, don't you ever take a fruit roll up from Jason Del Castillo. I'll tell you what. And you know what, dude? Everybody
I don't
always
want one.
No, everybody says this. You know,
Yeah.
when you like, you know, they get something that's dynamite, they're always like, dude, be careful, or they're like,
yeah.
this shit's fire. I don't know if you know or not, but I'm warning you. And you're like, man, I've been smoking weed since I was 3. You know what I
Right.
mean? That type of shit. Dude, he goes, take a little piece, right? I unroll it, and I just went, you know, about as wide as a fucking stamp, and I just pulled it all the way down. I ate it. My wife was watching Kevin Hart, and I'm not a huge Kevin Hart fan, and so I'm not laughing at all. I'm playing video games, and all of a sudden it was like I just started sweating. I'm going, whoa, holy shit. And then all of a sudden I started fucking doing this. I'm going, no. Oh my God, I got the worst cotton mouth, right? So I got a giant jug on my desk. So I'm drinking this water, and it's like, it's not quenching me, but I stand up and it's all fucking milk belly. That, you know what I'm saying? And I sit down next to my wife, and she's, how do you not find this funny at all? And I'm just going,
I think I'm dying.
Jason, I hate you. I must have called him like 4 or 5 times. Like, dude, I fucking hate you. I'll never, you know what I mean? I thought you were joking when you said, don't be
Right.
messing around. This
Yeah.
is the real deal.
Yeah. Yeah, well, everyone fucking says that.
Yeah.
I was really expecting you to be like, yeah, just open the thing up and just hold
Oh.
the thing.
Yeah, I was waiting for
Balled it up.
Yeah, just
Whoop. I've had way
Good
too
deal,
many
ball
bad
up.
experiences with, like, dude, my buddy made these little truffle, little fucking chocolate. They look like nothing, dude. And I ate one of them, and man,
Dude, were those the ones that Stark got a hold of when he was living with me?
Yep.
Dude.
Are those things like game over or something?
Well,
Jesus Christ, we split one and I was like fucking 12 hours just
Jesus.
Damn, dude.
well, and this is the thing.
brutal.
The
Just
guy would
wrecked.
okay, so this dude would get
They're
get
this fucking
crazy
big.
amounts, and he
we
would it
split
would
it
ship
in
to him.
half.
So he would, you know, you'd
was in
get
that
you get all the
100%.
buds, right? And
Yeah.
he would give all of his friends like the prettiest buds. So what's left? All the shake from
God.
all these
That's
pounds. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yep.
So he had all this shake just laying around. He'd roll up a ton of dubs and he'd just give them to people, you know. So then he just had all this shake from, I think it was like left over from like 30 pounds or some crazy. This is all before we got. I mean, it was a long while ago.
Right.
But he just made a fuckload of those things, and he gave me like a paper bag full of them. They were little cuppies and everything. They're like they look like little baby fucking Reese's peanut butter cups,
Yeah.
dude. You know what I'm saying?
Dainty.
And they were so strong.
Dude, fucking wrecked me.
Mm-hmm.
Just,
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I'm not doing anything the rest of the fucking week.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm just gonna sit here and
Yeah,
have an
full 2
existential
days.
crisis.
Now knowing all, you know, like all the shit that we went through that night with the thing, and my
Yeah.
buddy bringing that up, I like felt so bad because I don't know what happened to that teacher. because I don't remember it actually. When he
Probably
said
went
it,
home,
it
I
kind
would
of.
think, yeah.
Well,
Maybe.
I'm just saying.
He had a fantastic night.
I think
Or a really bad one.
I've had some relapses from that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
What the
yep.
hell was that? You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, I couldn't even imagine this old dude. He's probably like 80 now, going,
What the fuck?
yeah.
Like zebra print just kind of moves a little too much.
He's fucking petting the furry wall and shit.
You ever just taste sounds like never knew what happened to him? Just had a really bad night.
He was just suddenly a mathematician for a night. And
Oh.
Yeah, went all beautiful mind on that shit.
Chilton stories are the best. Shayla, thank you so much. Thanks for telling on me too, by the way. You remember the story that I told about being naked with the bullets hanging off my ass?
Well,
Oh, you guys never heard that?
Favorite
Oh, are you,
stories.
is that when you lost the gun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was awesome. I don't
Dude,
think
that was
Tyler's
just
heard
a
that one.
consecutive story. It was multiple nights of just mayhem. I got super hammered. Came home. I gave my roommate's girlfriend a ride to it. We went to a show, and he went home to sleep, and he was supposed to come pick us up and never showed up. Well, she lost it. We get a cab back to the house. They start fighting, and then she takes off running, and I'm pissed because I was wasted, blacked out, pretty much drunk. So he got all in my face and everything, so I went in my room and I grabbed a hammer and I chased him out of the house with a hammer. So we played cat and mouse around the house, up and down the stairs, and I'm chasing him. I went out there and I'm banging holes in my own vehicle with a hammer, saying, I'm going to kill you, you motherfucker. So he disappeared, right?
Yeah.
Somehow I got on the phone with my ex-girlfriend and got into an argument. I told this story, yeah, the Caroline story. She knows exactly what I'm talking about. Because after I told this story, she told Caroline, and Caroline calls me because Caroline didn't know anything about it. I don't know how.
Oh, shit.
She lived upstairs. It was her mom's house. We lived in
Didn't
a
hear
friend
any of that?
Yeah.
Wow.
No, I mean, it was craziness.
Yeah.
And she didn't come out of her room. She didn't do anything. Maybe she was just like, this is too much. They'll figure it out. You know what I mean? Seriously.
Now going back,
Usually works itself out.
So I get into it with my ex-girlfriend, and this is like this really toxic situation. And I remember her saying that she was going to send somebody to my house, and I remember being like, send them, fuck them motherfuckers. And
kill them too.
I'm butt naked, okay? I live with another dude that's across the way, and I've got a female who lives upstairs, and it's in her mom's house. We dealt so much drugs out of that house, and I felt bad because that was the promise. We never brought anybody there. We always did our shit down the street, but we had tons in the house all the time. Fuck, I think at one time I had like 2,000 pills of ecstasy in the house.
Jeez.
Yeah, stupid. Big
Yeah.
bags, pounds,
Yeah.
ounces of blow, all this
Federal offense
shit.
levels.
Yes, stupid shit.
Yeah.
Is there like statute of limitations for me talking stupid shit?
I have no idea.
No.
We can find out.
It's been 40 years. You're good.
Anyway,
It's all hypothetical.
that's all I
Podcast.
remembered, and I got
Ostensibly.
really mad, and I was naked at the time, I guess, or something, and I loaded my pistol, and I loaded multiple magazines, and I had bullets all over my bed, and I passed out, but I stuck my gun in the rafters. I don't know how I thought that I was just going to jump up like, John Wick across the fucking butt naked, across, fat guy across the lawn, but I just would have went, you know what I mean? Like, just fall on my face. Like,
Give me 5 minutes.
yeah, I'm just shooting at
Just
a tree.
throwing
You
bullets
know what I
at 'em.
mean? That's stupid. So I wake up the next day, right? And I like, holy fuck, now I can't find my gun. But I stand up and I got bullets falling out my ass. You know what I'm saying? Like they're stuck to me.
Right.
And I'm going, my door's open. My roommate is gone. I have no idea where he went. So I'm calling him all day. That next day I had to go to my friend's wedding. And I was supposed to ride with my roommate. We were going to fucking party and hang out and shit, right? So I go to this thing, and I'm texting him all day. Dude, I don't remember what happened. Dude, it was a crazy night. Like, your old lady went nuts. I was mad at you. She got me more mad at you. I'm so sorry, dude. I didn't mean to be a douche, whatever. I mean, no excuse. I was a complete idiot. But, yeah, I totally forgot about it, and I was freaking out because I didn't know if I hurt somebody or not. You know what I mean? My roommate was gone. He's not answering the phone. I didn't know if I actually got a hold of him. You know what I'm saying?
And you couldn't find the gun, right?
I couldn't find it.
Yeah.
And I was looking
bullets.
everywhere, dude. I was freaking out. But I must not have been freaking out too bad because I went to a wedding. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess if I get arrested, I'm going to be at a wedding. Hey, congratulations.
I'll find out what happened one way or another.
Get up against the wall. Cool. Can I finish this drink? You know what I mean? That type of shit, So I go there and I get fucked up and I go home and I'm like, there it is. That's exactly what I did too. I was like, I got drunk enough to remember where I put it.
The drunk recall.
I grabbed it and I fucking popped the magazine out and I clicked it and fucking out went one and I'm going, oh my God.
Yeah, I could have been
That
mad.
that point, from that point, I actually gave all my arms to a friend of mine, and I didn't get them back for about 7 years, because I just went through a horrible breakup with this chick. But
Yeah.
thanks, Shayla, by the way. You just inspired another. Oh, she knew about it, and she heard it from. Oh wait, I heard it from her first. Oh wow! I didn't realize that. I had to pick up people from the house after the chaotic weekends. Totally understand. Yeah, yeah, dude. That was out of hand. So we, my roommate was she's a super attractive gal, you know what I'm saying? And it was like me and my other roommate made a promise to each other that, because we all like to party. It was, and she passed out on the couch one time, dude, and I went to go wake her up, and she was delirious as fuck. I got her to her room, and she's like, "Are you going to come?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah." You know what I mean? Like, uh-huh. And then I heard Shane in my head go, "Don't you fucking dare, dude." And I'm like, "Good night." Went downstairs and
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Moron. I feel so bad.
youth.
I feel so bad for her. God damn, dude. I lost like a ton of dope in my house one night, and I fucking brought like 20 people back from the bar, and I didn't let them leave until they all turned their pockets out. Because I lost my dope. So I'm like giving these people like, you stole from me. I'm going to kill every one of you. He walks across the room, reaches in a bag, and he goes, "Here it is. Shut up. Everybody get the fuck out." And I'm like standing there with this. I guess we got it. One more. Here, let's do another one. You know what I mean?
Sorry,
You guys got to make it home. Yeah.
I was just joking.
Look at Joey. Joey comes in Joey knows. I don't care if you guys get a chance to sit down with the guitar player from Career. That dude has some of the best fucking stories because he's from Chi-Town. So they're just crazy, dude.
I bet.
Dude, he was telling us a story, and I don't want to repeat it because you know what I mean? Like, you telling people's business like that, but dude, them stories were off the chains. Get in Joey's ear for a second and let him tell you some shit, because you told me he had some crazy stories, but when he was in here and the cameras were off, dude, I was like, what? He's like, he just looked at me and goes, "My dad's a motherfucker." I was like, damn,
Say
like it, dude.
Yeah. Joe's seen some shit.
Yeah. Yeah. And it just sounds like him and his brother and his dad and everybody's just fucking whoop, whoop. Like, he came to Minnesota to get away from the whoop, whoop, dude, Yeah. Some of the stories that he tells me, like, I look at him and I'm like, damn, this motherfucker straight gangster, dude. You know what I mean? Like, pulls a blackjack out of his pocket and just fucking takes your wallet and shit. You know what I mean?
Am I going to get mugged in the parking lot?
In my own podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to thank him for it.
Yeah. I did this for your own good. Yeah. Well, badass, dude. I appreciate you guys coming in and fucking dealing with my stupidness.
Well, thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you
And
for having us.
likewise.
It's always a pleasure. And thanks, man. Thanks for coming in and like experiencing this. And
Yeah,
you're
this is
welcome,
fun.
dude. Welcome. There'll be more. There'll be more, man. You know what I mean? As
I
soon
hope
as
so.
you guys got shows and shit and you're ready to release, man, please come back and you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
We'll torture you more with horrible stories about
I love it.
Always a lovely
Tabasco wieners and things.
time. Prolapses.
Prolapse.
Rolex.
Joe just said the whoop whoop followed me to Minnesota.
Every time I hear whoop whoop, I just think of ICP. So
Yeah, same.
I know
Wait,
Justin's gonna give me
is
shit
Nate
for
in
that.
the chat? That guy's an ICP guy. What, he hates fucking DLR. I can't believe it. Something wrong with that kid.
Philistine.
I think he needs to cook his food. I think that's really what's wrong with him. It's like
It's too much raw chicken.
yeah. I think he carries a piece of raw chicken in his pocket just to torture us. Does that make him stronger or weaker? I don't get it.
Both at the same time.
Yeah.
Only weaker.
It's a biological weapon.
Yeah.
Hurts him and it hurts you.
You boys want to say goodnight to anyone? You want to tell anybody thanks, or you want to do anything like that?
Yeah. Well, I assume we're about to play Ghosts of
Yes,
Agony,
yes.
and really happy with the way this turned out. Adam Tucker at Signature Tone
shit.
produced this, and it sounds great. Yeah, I don't
great.
know. I'll hand it off to you guys.
I also want to say thank you to Bill at Metal Evangelist for playing us
Oh,
at
yeah.
K5.
Yep.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was awesome.
Yeah.
So,
Bill's the shit too. If you guys haven't had a chance to check out the Roar of the Underground
Yep.
on Thursday nights, what time does he go? Like 10 o'clock or something, doesn't he?
Yeah, I believe it's 10.
yeah, I think it's 10.
Yep.
An awesome guy. We've actually had him
Great
on the podcast, and I am still looking for some of the old tracks and some of the old podcasts. I've misplaced a bunch of things. I'm not sure if I deleted them or not, but I would like to go back and find some of the, especially the Chad episodes. And I'm really upset that those kind of, I got some shuffling going on and I lost a bunch of episodes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
300, and I mean, this is the 305th episode, I think.
Oh,
So-
shit, man. Hope you find those.
And you guys have been around since the beginning.
Yeah.
So that's fucking
Yeah,
awesome.
been around a bit.
So, there'll be more. And even if you start another project, these guys are bastards and have like 87 projects anyway. So
That's fair.
Yeah, why aren't
I-
you in
just-
3 yet?
I
Well,
only have
no.
one.
Well,
He
you
only
should
has one. He
just,
only has
just start playing bass and fucking you'll get about 12 calls just from this podcast.
one. Yeah,
You
or
play
become a
bass, dude?
drummer.
No, not for like 28 years. Cool. Well, join.
Fuck it.
You're
We
hired.
need one anyway.
You're hired, you know?
I'm only in one.
Do your best.
But thank you very much for joining me.
thanks,
and,
guys.
Absolutely. Thank
and
you for
everything.
having us.
It's
Yeah.
always a pleasure to have you guys around. And like I said, man, fucking any projects or anything that's coming up, let me know or let us know, and we'll definitely
Hell yeah.
do the best that we can to push it. And we're trying to keep this thing as a regular as we possibly. You know, when we started, it was just like we did it a couple times a week. You know what I mean? And they're fucking 3 hours every time. pretty
Yep.
much.
Yeah, it got to be a lot.
Yeah.
I can imagine. Yeah, 6 hours a week
Yeah.
plus whatever prep time you're putting into it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I
plus
mean, it was
editing
really fly by the seat of our fucking pants. And now I have to kind of have everything ready to go before I even push a button now, because if not, I'm like, he'll be one job fucker, right? Yeah. I love it, dude. I
Don't
love
forget it.
Did you just say push it really good?
Push
Dun,
it
dun,
real
dun,
good.
dun, dun. Na, 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 na.
I'll always think of Grandma's boy when I hear that.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Greg.
alone.